Holy shit. This map is so quiet. Got it at 90%. And I feel like you guys can still... Well, it's like not even touching the yellow. Okay. Okay. Hi, Smile. Hi, Ranmu. Hi, Cairo. Hi, Ming. Today on Trog Awful Sleeping Schedule, my coworkers wanted to get food before work, so they picked me up 2 hours before work. Now they want me to watch a movie at 11 a.m. today, so in 5 hours. But they're all afraid they're going to fall asleep before the movie time, so they all want to get break at 9 a.m., so in 3 hours. Do I even bother going to sleep now or just stay up? Sounds awful. That's why I always said no to people for stuff after work. Just do what I do, Trow and Door. Say you're going to sleep, but stay and watch Yulind's butt do the walking thing until 4 in the morning, then go to work at 4:30. No! I mean, I go to bed when I say, well-behaved member of the stream. Yulind, the day is going to be a long day. I bet. Clerk, Hinosi. I read those texts, Cairo, and I was like, I was just trying to figure it out, because I was like, why did he word it that way? Why didn't he say, like, yes or no to this? And then reading those texts, I was like, the absolute fuck? Huh? Hi, Arch. Hi, Yu. I suppose we start stretching. Ugh. Savage Omega is kicking my ass. I did not even kill normal yesterday. We had some attempts to get really close, but I have not gotten it yet. Bro 2. You want me to get him tomorrow then? I got hit with a no LOL. So what is it, just like... he's his dog now? Up to, I think, 7 normal kills, ATM? Hi, Ink Slime. Yeah, that is, kind of fucking crazy, Cairo. I see messages like that, and I'd be like, this person's high. This person is not in their right mind. Hi, Zuvi. Hi, Wrath. Who's dog now? Cairo is dealing with a family member being really fucking weird. Not greeting Backland? What the fuck? Greetings, Yulind. Want to get one good one in before I sleep? I don't know. Personally, I think it's tuned a little hard. I think the normal should be not a pushover, but nowhere near as hard as it is. And I think the Savage should be between what is currently normal and Savage. I think the Savage is way too hard. But Monster Hunter fans have been saying the game's too easy all over Reddit and social media, so alright, you get what you fucking ask for. I was talking to Foss about it yesterday on his stream, and he was like, everything in the game so far has been super Omega pushover easy, and I'm like, what about Stregios and Uthuna? And people in the chat were like, those two were so easy, I killed them first try, and I'm like, I don't think you guys are representative of, like, the overall greater Monster Hunter community. You never said anything back in Foss stream this morning, Sag Cry? Zuvi, I'm doing stuff in the morning. Zuvi, don't be one of those. Don't be one of those. How do you do arm pulse? Ugh. Ugh. I'm gonna say something I forgot. I just mind blank now. Hi, Leon. More lunges? I see that emote, and I just think of non-dairy saucer. Ayo. Hold on. Is it Vo Hayo? Or is it Vohi Yo? Oh, God. Hi, Elder. A good emote. Oh. Two. Three. Four. That one I hate. I hate how well it lines up with it not supposing to line up. Like, it's clearly... They put effort into making sure it would work if you took out the middle one. Because, like, the eye lines up, the lips line up, and it's like, you're missing the middle part and it still works. What the fuck? Can't believe we are 6 minutes in the stream. Yulind has actually done stretches. Usually we wouldn't start for another 50 minutes. That's not fair. We always start stretches right away. Unless something has happened, like I was late setting up, or something happens immediately, I go through the early stretches pretty fast. It's squats that I struggle with. Squats is the one that, like, I'll get to and maybe, like, do one squat a minute. Or go on a super rant and be like, oh god, I did 3 squats, talk for 20 minutes, and have 7 more to do. I've seen a Twitch user in a few channels named I Only Save Ohio. Or something, and indeed, all they say is Ohio. Yeah, it's funny. Oh, you were right. I can see the stalling already starting. Yes. Okay, yeah. What are we at? We're at hamstrings. Ugh. Talking is the content. Yeah, but they're still gonna make fun of me for being slow with my stretches. And teasing is talking. I want to talk about more than just Monster Hunter today. But that was literally all I did yesterday. Because I'm not here to distract Yuli with my intimidating blank stare, true smile. I think we were at it for a good, like, 4.5 or 5 hours. It's hard. Global redeemed outfit. Hi, Global. Pyro is a mother mancer. Okay, I get it. Arch Uth is more annoying than Hard in my opinion. I haven't fought Logi. You haven't even fought Logi? So when the game first came out, Gormagala, Tempered Gormagala was the hardest thing. But I think, like, the average player could take him. The average player could go in and fight him solo and win. Maybe take a few tries, but I don't think he was, like, the super pushover, especially for the gear that was available at the time. Title Update 1 added Mizutsune and Rei Dao. What was the third monster that they added? It was, oh, who did we get with Mizutsune? I don't remember. Because they added 3, right? Mizutsune wasn't hard, although it did have a really cheap attack that could kill you. And it was like, okay, this stinks, but whatever. Oh, Zoshia. Zoshia also, when that dropped, I'd say that one was hard, but only by game knowledge. Once people kind of figured out, once people figured out how Zoshia worked, I don't think he was really that hard. And I'd say Gormagala was harder than Zoshia. Title Update 2, we get Logi, who I would say is harder than anything in the past. But we also got Seregios and Tempered Uthuna. Now, Seregios is just oppressive. Seregios is just like, he attacks so fast that if I see an 8-star hunt, an 8-star investigation for Seregios, I do not expect to complete that. I feel like I solo would struggle with it. But in a group, I just absolutely expect my team to fail. Just like, I expect them to 3-cart. I won't cart in a Seregios hunt, but I expect them to. Uthuna is kind of the same. Uthuna, he feels easy, but if you slip up even just once, you're dead. And so, he's very, very punishing, but really doesn't feel hard. But at the end of the day, hunts fail to him a lot. I would say Seregios was the harder of the two. And it's wild to me when people are like, nothing in the game has been hard, Seregios is a pushover, and I'm like, go hunt him. go do an investigation. Go fight a 9-star Seregios and SOS Flare and see if you complete the hunt or not. Like, a pushover to me would be like, nobody carts. Like, tough monsters, like 1, maybe 2 hunts. And like, if you did this over 10 Seregios, take the average. Whereas like, if you're failing hunts, to me, that's hard by the community standards. But everybody's just like, nope, game's too easy. This is so piss easy. I wish the game was harder, had real content. So we get fucking Omega, which has Savage. And now we have a lot of people complaining. Watching Kuro before this stream, and dude was not having a good time. We did hamstrings. We were at toe touches. I have volume 4 on the way, Juice. It's taking forever to get here. I don't know why. Update? Uh-oh. Kairos and Mother Man's here. Took a long break after Zoshia hunt dropped. You know, it isn't taking long enough. Talking, though. The sounds I make with Yulind in bed. Because I snore, want to see? Night, night. Good night, smile, goofball. Oh god, less understandable. That's... I want to say, like, just don't worry about it, Cairo. But this isn't like a Discord drama, or... This is like... IRL family, and just like, oh god. I hope it clears up sooner than later. I really want some of the VR heads to show up. Like, I really want Octomage to show up, because I have a question for them. Octomage, Nomasu, who else would be good? Somebody who gets on VR every day. Harry, you might know, but I don't really want to bother you with this. Proxy's having an issue with their avatars where all of their personal avatars will not load. They are stuck in permanent blue diamonds. Do you know anything about this? Do you know, like, is this a common issue going around, or is this like a, oh, do this? Ah, shit, oh. Proxy got on this morning and stopped by me when I was setting up. Mention it. I don't know who can answer it potentially. Okay. He was very frustrated by it, and I was like, "Oh, Proxy." I'm not like rushing to solve it right now, Cairo. I'll run it by Octal. Juan is the guy who deals with that, so direct him there. Well, I'm gonna ask Namasu and Octalmage first if they know about it. And then if I end stream and I have not like gotten an answer yet, then I would look more into it. But right now I'm basically asking people that show up here. Wow. Ugh. Juan is the guy who works for VR Chat. Has been trying to reduce those times. Yeah, I don't know Juan. Yuan. I think I've been in a call with him once or twice. I don't know the guy. And I'm also just like doing this right now. But I see what you're saying. Bammy stretch. Ugh. Oh. You know what's crazy, guys? I don't like thinking about numbers, I don't like talking numbers. But I do see them, right? In the past 2 days, I felt like my numbers were a little low. Felt like view count was a smidge lower than it usually is. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Did Twitch do something? Huh. And then someone was like, your tags are missing. I was like, the tags are missing? Oh. We had some of the tags back in, and I immediately shot up from like 24 to 39 yesterday. I was like, oh, I see. Exercise, femboy, and walking tag. Doing work, apparently. What in the world? How? The tags caused that? I don't know if it was that instantaneous, right? I don't know if just adding the tags was an immediate plus 20, right? But it kind of fucking seemed like it. Eyes by the timing, it was like I literally hit done, and a minute later the number went up. And that might be the case. There might be people that just they immediately learn. I don't know. I don't know how it was that instant. Niall, that's just a refractory period kicking in. What in the world? How? Hi, Elder. Hi, Hobbit. Hi, Trogdor. Hey, Yulind, I got a joke. Oh boy, hit me with it. That's so on. I figured at least in the early viewers would be regulars with notice through Twitch or Discord. What do tofu and dildos have in common? I couldn't tell you, Elder. I don't know. I'm wondering, Leon, if there's some sort of automation there. Because, like, maybe having this tag makes them lurk in that stream. But, like, if you're automating that in some way, like, you would stop counting as a viewer if you're, like, joining that much. Both are meat substitutes. Huh. I understand. We did cami stretch. Oh god, we're at squats. Ugh. That is a silly wordplay, Elder, for sure. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd say this makes it really easy to keep track of which one I'm on. But at the same time, I'm just doing them back to back. I'm not really like getting distracted. We're just going from one to the other. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Today's plans. I need to look at throat stuff. This is me squatting in chat. Today's plans. I need to look at throne stuff. I need to add... What I should do... I'm thinking about adding those Vive trackers to throne. I should make sure that they work the way I want them to. I should make sure that I can take the Vive trackers off and then put them on my feet, on the shoes, and they work totally fine. Morning, Lynn. Are you alive and well? Hi, Techno. I am. I'm doing great. A lot of people around me aren't doing great. Cairo's dealing with IRL drama. Proxy is dealing with permanently loading avatars. 2 of my friends are pulling their hair out over Monster Hunter. Me? I'm just having a grand old time. I'm like, yippee, life is good. I did do some Monster Hunter this morning. I woke up at like 7:20. So I was just like, fuck it, I've got some time. And I hunted a 9-star new Udra. I skipped the reward, so I didn't see what the what talismans I got, and I really should have, but when I get on later, if I remember. Excuse me. I'll go check those talismans and be like, ooh, this is good. But what'll probably happen is this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. I'm in a weird position with my gear because my wide range setup is like, it can't get better until a gear set has a specific set bonus that's like, hey, this is just outright better. So it's like, well, that's weird. But right now, it's it's actually a very weird set. It's just so many sockets. I don't use a single piece that has less than 3 sockets. And so it's just all decorations. Back to squats, back to squats. Six, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. 2 more. 9, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the worst of it. The worst part. Oh. The worst part of our stretching. Ugh. Oh, I literally just missed 26. We'll start at 26:10. I don't want to wait 30 seconds. 26:10. 29:10. Hi, Ellie. Hello, cutie. Ellie. We played Monster Hunter for 5 hours last night. We got our asses kicked. Actually, you know what, Ellie? I got a question for you. How long can you plank? 40 seconds down. One minute. What the fuck? Your name just turned blue. Probably not that long anymore. Try it. Try it right now. Yeah, I thought blue would be cool. It's honestly like, wait, why was it purple in the first place? Blue's like your thing. I can plank for as long as I want to. Really, that's impressive, Zwei. Hello, hello. You probably do 2 minutes. I ain't trying to see more. Fair. 2 minutes is pretty dang good. Two minutes down. One more minute. High air blush. Hi ho, Ellie. 40 more seconds. Yeah. 30 seconds. Hello, Arch. Why has Twitch Mobile deleted my Streakland? 20 seconds. I wish I knew Techno. Archangel was having trouble with it yesterday. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ugh. I'm actually really scared for Arch. I'm really hoping it just didn't show, but it still counted a streak for mobile. Also tried to swap my color to blue as a joke, but for some reason I decided I wanted purple instead. I saw the light purple. I was like, what the? Let me try clearing my cache. Ugh. 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 I just want to lay here. I just want to go back to bed. You clear your cache, I'll take it. If you want to clear your cache. What do you guys think about that for an April Fool's idea? Like, we do our stretches all like normal, and then we get to this part where I'm just laying down, kind of recollecting myself, and I just switch to the pajama avatar, and I just lay there for 3 hours. Would that be a good April Fool's stream? feel like it wouldn't. I feel like it'd be a good bit for 5 minutes, but for 3 hours, it would be very uninteresting. The good news is that I can tell it's still going. I just got 500 points. I'm now 500 points away from Yulind. Oh yeah. I mean... Okay, well, so there'd be 2 different types error, right? There'd be the type where I lay here, just like this, and I'm talking the whole time, right? You do one fucking thing on stream already? Well, the big thing on stream already is that I'm talking, right? But what if I just slept? What if I just, like... dead silence for 2.5 minutes? Maybe like a YouTube snoring video playing in the background. Or, you know, the other type would be... I lay here talking to you all the whole time. So just like this, I'd be talking. Oh, we just talk to each other like always? Yeah, I'd be talking to each other like always. It's just, I wouldn't be working out. I'd be fucking... just laying here. Here's the thing. I don't think I could lay here for like this for like 3 hours. I think eventually my back... No, my neck. My neck would be the thing that starts hurting. Now you need King Astroprovid. While you stay motionless. Absolutely not. Ugh. Night Dark Pikachu. Sleepwalking Yulind stream. I think... And there's no way I set this up in time, but I think it'd be really fucking funny. I think it was Cairo's idea. Of, we start walking and I just have, like, cheeked up balloons for a butt. And Foss would join and just comment something about this fucking guy and got him. It depends on if Foss is bored at the time. If he's got something to do like Omega, he's not fucking getting on VR chat. You guys, wait there. What happens when I go in the door over there? Oh. Big ol' occlusion. Well, hide behind this pot. You guys can still absolutely see me. Whatever. I'm so far away that you can't really make it out. Get occluded, nerd. Ugh. What the fuck? I'm not the one getting occluded. You can still see me. Your ass is getting occluded right now, Leon. I don't see you on screen. But Leon's always here. Kind of makes it sound like your ass is getting occluded right now. Calibrate. Fuck, I've been rused. That kind of works. Well, I can lower this out for later because I'm not really doing any stretches that have me moving along the ground. I don't know. Pin 2. You're in my head. What the heck? Okay, you guys can't see this. Can I, like... No. You guys can't see it, but in my camera, there's like a bunch of like green and pink lights going around. I'm like, what are those? What the fuck? Put that there. Put that there. Stick this up here. Nope, that's the wrong window. We're walking through South Shroud. I don't have Wi-Fi. We're starting. I sped through the timelines previews on yesterday's VOD and was glad to see my Akio in the same exact spot through the entire walk-around. The reality of VR chat is tearing at the seams. Okay. 2.5 miles per hour. Whoa, this zone is crazy. Do you recognize it, Cairo? Do you know which one it is? Oh, you wouldn't. You haven't been here yet. It's spoiler, Cairo. Audio only. Turn your phone down. It's audio only, Cairo. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't even know what this... This is not a spoiler zone. This is South Shroud. Hi, Oni. No, it's the zone in the Shroud that has the big, like, swamp marsh room. With the big old turtles. Graphics in an MMO? What the hell is going on? Graphics? In a video game? That's a lawsuit from Nintendo. Today, we're gonna play more Monster Hunter with Cairo. I think he wants, like, a week off from Final Fantasy. Not that he doesn't want to play Final Fantasy, it's just Monhun. Monty Honey new stuff. I'm not sure if Spacefish and Smug will be with us there today. I know for Spacefish that was like sleep schedule disruptive. And so not sure if those two will be with us today, but it sure would be nice if they were. Drawing an interactive 3D environment? Enjoy being sued, fucko. I feel like this is one of the cooler zones in base. Hi, Micaiah. Not a single one. I feel like this is one of the cooler zones in base Final Fantasy XIV, because, I don't know, this room just feels so unique and different. Just a big-ass swamp room, and I don't know why, it just feels so identifiable. No, Micaiah, it's, Omega's got hands. I think it's overtuned a little. Because, like, I would say base Omega is harder than Seregios and Logiocris and Uthduna. But, like, there's a whole extra version of Omega. There's the Savage version. Which is like, I'm sorry, what? That's crazy to me. But, yeah. I also learned something this morning, kind of surprising to me. Hi, Joe. Oh boy, walking time. There is 3 versions of Omega. Is the Savage one just cosmetics like Extremith? I think it's 2 new armor sets. I don't know if they're good armor sets. I don't know if they're meta. But I do believe you get 2 armor sets from Savage. Prepare for complaints until it's nerfed, then somehow even more complaints that it was nerfed. Yeah. There's 3 versions of Omega. There's the investigation quest, where you don't actually fight Omega. you fight the Nursilla clone that is part of the Omega fight. There's the normal Omega version, and then there's the Savage Omega version. Here's what's crazy. I hope it's never nerfed. I want it to be nerfed. The intro and the normal version are not repeatable. You can SOS flare both of them, but once they're done, you can only hunt Savage. You can join SOS flares for the normal version, but you yourself cannot post that quest. Which is like... What? We can just do 14? Want to do Wilds because I thought you were doing Raid? Oh, okay. I don't think we have a raid today. I think we really want to get 2 people AOTC, and neither of them can play today. So... I didn't want you to miss too much, 14? Oh, God. Well, if I have a raid, I'm still watching. I don't technically miss any. I just like being there in the dungeons and stuff with you. I kind of miss 14, but it's such a day job sometimes. Yeah, but you like being there? I do. Ink Slime? I really like the story of 14. That's about it. Everything else I can not deal with. I do like being there, yes. Lamau. I hate the combat. The aesthetics of 14 is okay. The character creator, I don't care. I literally just have zero attachment to my character in 14. The housing, it's nice that it exists, but it's very restrictive, and just owning a house is so cumbersome. The transmog system, it's okay. It's better than a game that's like gender locked with no transmog. But like, it's such a pain to get new stuff. I don't know. I was read, but the story is what keeps me in. A lot of it is money-making tech. It really is. Yeah. I am not saying WoW is better than Final Fantasy. I'm saying they are 2 different flavors, right? There's gonna be people that like Mountain Dew, and these people like standard flavor, and these people like, I don't know, Cherry Crush or whatever Mountain Dew, right? They're both good, but by my taste, WoW is better in almost every way, except the story. Baja Blast not mentioned. Can you tell I don't drink soda? The last time I had a soda was in 4th grade. Literally the year 2000. I have not had soda in like 25 years. Dang. Dude, it just... My mouth is sensitive. The carbonation hurts my tongue. Not missing much, honestly. If I like soda, I would have been in so much worse shape. Life skilling is also better in 14. I would say the crafting system in life skilling is way better in 14 than WoW. That's a part of the game I don't care about. Like, it's so unimportant to me because I don't like it. I personally would rather put time into WoW. Well, no, I would say by my taste they're the same. By what I want in a crafting system, they're the same. Because in WoW, you've got your like skills in herbalism and mining, and you can just collect stuff and get better at collecting stuff as you do that with their skill system. In 14, you've got botany and, you know, the skills and upgrade your gear for and yada yada. They're basically the same as just like collect money, sell it, get better at collecting money, Yada yada. I fucking love soda. I stopped drinking it for my teeth like 5 years ago. I still miss it. Yeah, when I went to make a male human in 14, my choices seemingly was either boy band member or butch lesbian. I've been off it for a while for the diet. Don't forget, guy. The RP in 14 can be fun, I think. Oh, for sure. I don't think the RP in 14 is any better than in WoW. I think they're both kind of, not particularly great RP games. Well, I guess that's just saying talking to people is fun sometimes. Yeah. I think, you know, just the community you meet out there talking with people, it's whatever. I think what makes a great role-playing game is how much control do you have over your setting, and how easy is it for you to isolate your group from randos. And both of these games kind of suck at it. In WoW, you can go into instances. You can go into your garrison, and you can close off your group from the rest of the world in that way, but you're extremely limited into what you can go to. Dungeons, which have mob spawns in them, and your garrison, which is not even on Azeroth, right? It's, if you want to like open world RP, you're just dealing with the rabble. Final Fantasy, you've got your house, but that is extremely limiting to indoor settings. You like just can't have an outdoor setting. It's just like, you've got dungeons and raids as well, but that's the same problem of mob spawns. What really makes a good RP game in my eyes is, this is gonna shock you, housing that you can just make an outdoor environment. If you want your RP guild to be in a forest, 14 has explore mode for dungeons that deletes all the mobs. That's pretty good then. I always forget about that. Can you do that with... Can you do that with raids? Can you do that with alliance raids? How many people can you bring into explore mode? Like, can you bring 15 people into Sastasha? Or are you limited to 4? That's still a cool feature. But if it's like, no, you're stuck to the dungeon size, so only 4 people are going into Sastasha, then it's like, well, I don't know how useful this is. What makes a good RP game in my eyes is you've got housing that you can make it whatever you want it to be. So in WildStar, in Rift, ESO2 NGS, you can just make whatever environment you need for your RP. WildStar, I knew a guild who, they had like the housing queen as part of their guild. This girl was so good at housing, she made a mod to make housing systems easier. Hi, Proxy. I asked Cairo. Cairo said they don't know, but someone named Ewan is the person asked because they work for VR Chat. And I was like, well, they're probably not going to show up here, but we have somebody to ask later on. Oh, that's a good idea. Katia Monagon. You have known them forever? Proxy knows Ewan? Okay. Cairo said that'd be the person to ask. She took one of her housing worlds, basically made it an island with like 10 different houses and like a facility, and it was like the literal perfect like small village space colony for their roleplay. I think she was part of another roleplay group that she didn't make this, but the housing was a space station. They had just made a giant, like, 4-story space station with, space station parts outside of it, so it looked like you were on a space station. It was really fucking cool. Being able to control the setting like that, I feel like is what is best for RP game. Now, that being said, I am not a roleplay player, and there might be some, like, RPer that's like, you're an idiot and don't know what you're talking about. RP is dead in all those games and thriving in Final Fantasy, at which point, I guess, but to me, that's what I feel like would make the best RP game. Katia Monogon? Prequel comic? I have no idea what you mean with prequel comic. Katia Monogon was the player in WildStar that made the housing mod, and she was so good at housing that the WildStar devs just started asking her for help making their, like, housing preview vids and running features by her. Is it talking about working on the server processing time over the weekend, Ella? Yeah, all my personal avatars don't load. Just goes into queue for server processing before going nowhere. This robot got hands. Yeah. Oh, I see. Because that player's name was a reference to a character from a webcomic. How old is the webcomic? Because I also wouldn't be surprised if they wrote the webcomic. That's highly doubtful. I don't expect that. But Katia, her stuff would have been 2013, 2014. Oh, like old 2011, I think. Then it was probably a reference to the webcomic. I feel like she had some involvement in it, but I'm like, that's a bold statement. And I'd want to look into it. I haven't talked to Katia in like 9 years. But God, she was so fucking cool. Still cool, yeah. Ink Slime? Let me tell you, like, just the type of level she was on as a housing enthusiast compared to everybody else. She made a mod that made it easier to do housing stuff in WildStar. So in WildStar, most of the stuff was sliders, right? If you wanted to place down, let's say, a table, you had sliders for moving it along the X-axis, the Y-axis, the Z-axis. She made a mod that put numerical values to everything. So you could put it along the X-axis to a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a -5. Okay, interesting system, oh wow. Yeah, she was like, make it more intuitive, make it more precise, adding things like copy-paste functions. Eventually the game just started taking things from the mod and being like, yeah, this is in the Katia Monogon mod. We just put it in the game, right? She herself was working with a lot of personal mods to go even further. So, like, people are figuring out her mod a year or two later. You know what she's doing? She's running her own scripts to play mini golf. So she is placed a target dummy 5 feet underground so you can't see it. And above ground, there is a sphere that is shrunk down to the size of a golf ball. And so you walk up to this golf ball, and if you have the golf mod, or I think if you had the housing mod and ran the golf script of it, you would see an arrow pointing from you to the golf ball. The further you got away, the smaller the arrow got. The closer you got, the like wider and bigger it would get. And this told you how hard you would hit the golf ball. So if you were like the max distance, 3 yards, and you hit it, it would like just barely tap it. But if you were like an inch away and you hit it, it would like fucking slam and boing, boing, boing. It was a mini golf mod. And you would be attacking the target dummy. It would register that, and then her mod would be moving the sphere, the golf ball, based on calculations of how close you were, how hard you hit it, and where it was bouncing on the walls. So, like, literally, imagine Final Fantasy housing. You do an attack, and it is constantly just replacing a thing 10 times a second to show a golf ball, bouncing around the walls of your house. She was doing shit like that when everyone else was just building houses. She was so fucking cool. Can you guys tell I miss WildStar? That's amazing. Wow. It was... I'd say it was the best housing I've ever seen. It has kind of been replaced by PSO2 NGS. Never heard of WildStar? WildStar was a game that... It had so much potential, but it had a lot of egos and just, like, drama in its development studio that just caused it to fail. It launched with 6 classes. 3 of the classes had a tank spec and a DPS spec. 3 of the classes had a DPS spec and a healing spec. Everything was a ground AoE. Nothing was tab target. So if you were a warrior, you had a big sword. If you attacked, you just hit 5 targets in front of you. It would put a big triangle on the ground in front of you, and anything in that triangle would get hit. If you had like a grapple, so like let's say you shot out a cable and anything it hit you pulled back, it would be like a 30-yard line in front of you. And the first enemy hit, the closest one to you in that line, would be pulled. So if you were in PvP and there was a healer, and you're like, I want to pull him out of position, I'm going to get him here. But then, like, a warrior jumped in front of you so that they got hit first, you'd pull that warrior. Healing was the same. If you were a healer and you had, like, healing ray, it would heal the first 5 targets in your ground AoE. But, like, if you're in a raid and there's 20 people, you're only healing 5. So positioning kind of mattered. They had some really cool systems. Basically, you had heals that fell into 2 categories. Tank healing or group healing. And so, DPS and tanks knew, tank here, boss here, DPS on the other side from the tank, right? If you wanted to heal the raid, you were aiming at the raid. If you want to heal the tank, you're aiming at the tank. You kind of have that choice of picking one or the other. Stuff like that. I'd say the biggest complaint about it, Ink Slime, was that everybody said it was too cartoony. It was cel-shaded graphics. It kind of just looked like Space WoW, like to a T. If you know the game Palia, a lot of the art devs that worked on WildStar worked on Palia. It is a very similar aesthetic to Palia. Oh yeah, Palia. It had these dev videos that I've never seen a video game do their marketing quite as well as WildStar did. Every month for like 2 years, they came out with these dev videos. They would explain different concepts of the game, right? They did a video for each class. They did a video for PvP. They did a video for housing. They did a video for, like, how CC works. And they were like 3 to 5 minute videos that were extremely humorous and like just funny to watch. But the narrator for these videos, no mini golf video because that was just a mod run by Katia. But just the dev videos were really good. I would say like look up Dev Wildstar CC or Dev Wildstar Raids, Dev Wildstar Housing, and like that would show you like just that little concept and like what all these 30-some 40 videos were. Wildstar is fucking dead, but I will still go back and watch these videos now and then just because they're so good. For systems that I know how they worked, I was fucking there. I just like these videos. Where the fuck is the Orgrimmar music? Did I like mute the video? No, it's just quiet as shit in the Cleft of Shadow. I love Wildstar. If there's any MMO I wish I was playing, it was that one. Well, it is Shadow. The problem with Wildstar is that it was owned by NCSoft. And when it wasn't making the money they wanted it to, they fucking canned it. And it will never see the light of day because NCSoft is one of those companies that, yeah, we're not using this property anymore. And, like, we're not doing anything with it. But, like, we don't want anybody to make money off it since we couldn't. So, like, yeah, no, it's our property and we'll sue you for it existing. Capitalism was a mistake. I assume there's no Wildstar Classic or something. The biggest hope for the game is that, I'm forgetting the name of the company. But the company that wants to make all games publicly available for lost media, games that like have gone down and aren't available anymore, they buy up the rights for these games, and then they make it so that you can download it. You can purchase the download, right? So like the E.T. game on the Atari, they would purchase the rights to that game, put it up on their store, and you can buy it for $3. Almost like Steam, but their focus is games that no longer exist. They have put Wildstar up there as, you know, this is a game we want. They have talked to NCSoft. They have negotiated with NCSoft. It hasn't gone anywhere yet, but they have contacted NCSoft and be like, we want to buy this game. And everybody's like, oh god, please. They haven't done an MMO like this before, so everybody's like, how the fuck is that gonna work? But GOG, I believe that's it. Hi, Grianne. I believe it is GOG that I'm referring to. Hi, Logitech. Yeah, I would fucking love for them to get the rights to Wildstar. Because eventually I want to make walking videos of Wildstar. Ideally, not on a private server, but on like an actual server. Hi, Harley. Pot friend, cute. Everybody, you gotta do the pot friend. Do the pot friend. Do the thing Grianne did. Also, I need a drink. No. Thank you, Leon. Thank you, Logitech. Thank you, Eek Slime. Hi, Happy.
How you been?
I'm good, I'm good. I was playing Monster Hunter Wilds yesterday. You play that, right?
Ooh. Yes, I do.
Have you
Yeah,
tried
I
the
need to
new
find
thing?
people. It's been a minute. I gotta update it, and I want to play with people.
Aw. The boss
I want to.
has hands. We did not kill it yesterday.
I've been trying to find more people to play with lately.
Hmm. Thank you, Kaiwo. Happy do pot friend.
Meow?
Do the pot friend.
Paw print? What, this?
Pot
Meow?
friend. P-O-T.
Paw print. Oh.
Pot.
I also...
P-O-T.
Ah. Oh. I had to think about that for a minute because I could not hear. Music was playing.
You still haven't done it. You want me to do it with
Was
you?
it? Yeah, pretty much. I remember. I don't remember. Oh, that's what you meant.
You know,
That's what you meant.
there you go.
Thank you. Oh, controller. You see, it's been a minute me remembering.
Paw
Oh,
friend,
sorry,
paw
let me get up
print,
here.
paw print. I'm sitting there going, paw print? How did you hear paw print? I said pot friend. Oh, that does sound like pot friend, paw print. I understand this confusion. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm gonna try it more. Oh no, I'm not gonna try it. Well, maybe I'm gonna try it more. I don't know. I think Monster Hunter Wilds has become my. Well, I really want to finish Donkey Kong Bonanza. Ugh, there's not enough time in the day. VR chat looks like a lot of fun. Been trying to get into it lately. Aw, friend. It's weird, Ink Slime. It's not a video game. It feels like Discord, just with visuals, just 3D. It sure is. It's one of those things that, like, it's a social platform. I can't imagine just being into VR chat. To me, like, while I love VR chat, I can't imagine, like, you don't play anything else. You go to work, you go home and get on VR chat. And that exists for, like, some people, right? For some people, it is the game. They get home from whatever their obligations are that day. They get on VR chat. They go to Gigas. They go to Murder 4. They go to Among Us. They literally just spend 8 hours a day in the game rooms. Just in public lobbies.
Terrors of Nowhere.
Or Terrors of Nowhere or Slashco. Those are two pretty big popular ones. And it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's the lack of permanence. To me, those are all party games. Doing just those is like, what the heck? Not for me. It's a cuddle simulator. I got one shot by the gender options. Tried some mini golf, it's pretty fun. What I did when I first started playing, I was either in a game world or the pug. I prestiged in VR chat like 15 times, get on my level scrub. What does it mean to prestige in VR chat? Does that mean get banned and make a new account, Leon? I don't know. I need permanence. No, maybe. I need Monster Hunter where I make a sword and then the next time I log in I have that sword. I need World of Warcraft where gear score go up. But that's some people are with VR chat. Would not be surprised, hello. I want to fucking fight Omega again. I want to... It's so weird. Be me 5 years in FF14. No G poses 5 mins in VR chat.
I probably need to go back and Monster Hunter to see what I missed because it's been a minute. I've just been dealing with so much on my end. I know there's a lot that's changed.
Hi, non-dairy. What was the last thing you fought in Monhun?
If I remember from one of my partner situation, it was not the Thunder Dragon. It was somewhere where we were in the fire region, and I think we moved on somewhere else after that. I don't know what's after the incident with those those lava monkeys, whatever you call them. I don't
Oh,
remember. It's been so long.
so you didn't even finish the story.
No, it was because of drama situations were
No, no, no.
happening, and
That's
then I
fine.
completely forgot.
I just thought like I was thinking you were like had grinded HR 50 or something. Maybe you did one of the events when it came out, but you're like
Well,
HR 6.
there was there was one piece where they said something was going on with Monster Hunter where it was broken at the time. One of my friends were talking about that. I don't know what was going on
Optimization
there.
issues, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's why I guess people stopped playing it, and then they had to wait to get it fixed. But I think it's fixed now, isn't it?
Nah, maybe. It still runs like piece of shit for a lot of people. I have
Oh
some friends
boy.
who it's unplayable. Daffy, it's unplayable. Ah! Shock Rail, I think it's playable, but hi Media. Thank you for the raid. Hi Ryan. Hi Wolfie.
There goes my CVR acting weird again. Blah.
Oh no.
I know how to fix it, surprisingly.
Hi, my favorite stinky moth. That's mean. That's mean.
Oh,
Hi
God.
Media. Good job today. Thank you for the raid. Mwah. We're walking through Orgrimmar right now. Think we're almost done with this one? Hi, Vabs. Welcome, Raiders. Fury eating pizza, so raid. Hell yeah. Yeah, plus they're ending Windows 10 support soon for Wilds. Bad Yulind. What did I do? I didn't do nothing, Logitech. I'll have you know, Media is a fucking brat in a bottom and likes being teased.
Oh God.
So saying stinky moth raid. Yulind. Hi, Media. Hi, Foss. Just got... Huh? Fire and run, but pizza's waiting? No, of course. Thank you again. Thanks to Matthews for the sub gifts. Just got doing a few more attempts with Shadow. No luck, sadly, but trying to figure out consistent strats. Hi, Archangel. I imagine, Foss, it will be easier to, do it with 2 people where you do, like, a very consistent... Okay, he's sleeping here. Okay, drop bombs here. As opposed to 4 randos. You're definitely gonna live more. I think Omega is overtuned. I think, maybe Wilds has been easier than past games, and it's a little on the easy side. But I do think there have been bosses that are hard. And, like, with normal Omega being harder than most of the stuff in the past, like, well, I don't know if he's harder than, like, a 9-star Seregios. I actually haven't done much of the 9-star stuff. But, like, it's such a jump for the average player. Like, I don't see most people killing Savage Omega. And, like, especially that you can't single player it. There's things that I'm like, this is... I don't know why they designed it like this. Making it so that you can't farm the normal is questionable to me. Making it so that you can only do it as a group, or it's scaled to 4 people and fucking good luck. That just seems so not fun to me. I think 2 people, 2 support hunter might be the strat. You can farm the normal. You can join SOS flares. You can't queue it, can you? Like, once you do it, it's an assigned quest, so it's done, right? Nielsen isn't even the hardest thing added yesterday. Apparently, the HR 100 monkey is a nightmare. It's in optional missions? Oh, okay. Well, good. Well, that alleviates one of my concerns, then. Because I thought it was an assigned quest, so it's like... It's just done. Once you kill it once, it's like, well... Good luck with the Savage or SOS Flares. I haven't seen the HR100 Monkey. This is kind of what happens, Hobbit. When the community's like, the game's too easy, nothing in it is hard. Well, here you go. And I'm sitting here like, oh god. We're at 1.6 miles. Every base mon, hun? I know. The difficulty does not come from the base, right? Stuff gets added gradually. In World, there was nothing difficult from the start. Nergigante. A tempered Nergigante was like the hardest thing in base World. And then as stuff got added, definitely wasn't Devil Joe, but as stuff got added, Black Veil Hazak, Arch-Tempereds, things got harder. Was there anything in Iceborne that monster-wise was really difficult? Velkhana really wasn't that hard. I still think every monster before Omega has been Giga easy and wild. I think you are not a good measure of the average player in Monster Hunter. Omega is harder than me going through Iceborne and high rank gear? Yeah, but that's going through the story. That's supposed to be easy. I think Seregios and Uthduna are hard. I think if you downscaled your weapon so that you didn't just shit on a monster with crazy DPS, and you queued up an 8-star Seregios, an 8-star tempered Seregios, I think it is a very likely chance that your team 3 carts with that. Because of the average player, Seregios is very overwhelming and difficult. I think you are above average, Foss, with wilds. And so, when you sit there going, Seregios is so easy, I'm like, I just don't see it. I'm even shit on them with damage half the time. Base is always piss easy. DLC and expansion kicks you in the teeth. What are you peeking from, Oni? Hi. I want a drink. Steve is super easy to perfect guard is why? I just disagree with you. I just disagree with you. Maybe it's easy for you. Maybe it's easy for Sword and Shield. I go into a tempered Seregios hunt, I expect to fail it. I cannot tell you how many times. Because I needed, for his full armor set, you need like a ton of his fucking gems. Each weapon you need a gem for. And 3 pieces of his armor you need gems for. So there was like a good week where I was just like, I'm doing tempered Seregios fights over and over. I'm looking through SOS flares for a tempered Seregios that has a gem as a reward, joining that, and hunting him. And I think I completed one of like 20. All the other hunters just fail. Like, they just die. And sometimes I would die. I'd say I probably died on like 3 or 4 of these out of 20. But like, the average is just, he's overwhelming. He's very oppressive, and he just gets people killed. I remember I brought Matthews to Seregios, and Matthews, I don't think he's the best hunter, but he's not bad. I brought him to Seregios, and I was like, you need to play defensive. This guy's gonna, you know, push you around. And he was like, Seregios ain't shit. 3 carts. Okay, well, what? Told you so. I don't think you even have to downscale. Just watch how often randos die in harder hunts. Well, I think if Foss doesn't downscale, he might kill a tempered Seregios in like 6 minutes, which would not give the Seregios time to kill the other teammates. Hi, Kulvar. I tried helping people out a bunch with Jin. I don't think people survived the first 11 hunts. Even with me giving them ice resist L with the horn. Good morning, femboy. Welcome back, Trogdor. Pion pion. Kulvar. I posted a lot of the photos. Kulvar, I don't know if you know about the Blue Twitch. I posted a bunch of the photos there. What are you wearing? You know exactly what I'm wearing. I saw? Hell yeah. I hate fighting Jin. Thank you, Omega, for beating him up. I think the jump in difficulty, and I will say, some of the difficulty from Omega comes from you can't solo him. There's a lot of he's scaled for 4 players, so it's fucking hard solo. But if you fight him in a group, you are at the mercy of your teammates. Poor Kuro was, probably still is, mauling at fighting this fucking thing. But it's fun. I think the fight itself is really fun. I think a lot of people on Twitter say it's better than better with NPC hunters. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Leon. You're having a good morning, Leon. How was your night? Ivan. It took Kuro 4 to 5 hours to kill the first normal kill. He got one? Good. Good. It's actually a lot easier with NPC hunters. One of the things I did this morning, Foss, was I checked for a scaling mod to see if somebody had put a mod on Nexus mods that makes it so that... Oh shit, oh shit. Oh no, Maldraken, this is fine. This needs to be max volume. I checked Nexus mods to see if somebody had made an Omega scaling mod that makes it scale for 1, 2, 3 players. Because I get it, it's the Final Fantasy collab, it's supposed to be a raid boss. I think it's so shit when it's like, you have to do this with 4. You can't do this with 1 person unless it's a shit ton more effort. And it's like, this stinks. Why limit it like this? I hope you're having a good morning, Yulind. How was your night? Night was fun. Morning has been alright. I did 1 Tempered 9 new Udra on Monster Hunter. Forgot to check the talismans. And then got on for stream. Linlin, are you excited for the Simpson movie? I didn't even know there was going to be a Simpson movie. I'll admit, I'm not really a Simpson watcher. I've seen an episode here and there, but... I don't really understand the gripe when they have NPC hunters for that exact reason. Well, the NPC hunters don't do any damage. Like, it would be way easier to just go in with you and your Palico than to go in with you and 3 NPC hunters. I don't even know if the NPCs have Palicos. I would assume they do. They are a lot better this patch. They do all the mechanics. The mechanics they're doing is not my concern. It's the damage. If it was solo, and you were, like, top tier player, you would kill Savage Omega. Well, if we look at Team Darkside, a team of 4 players pushing limits is killing Omega in, like, 9 minutes, 10 minutes? Whereas with the NPC hunters, you're timing out. Right, your parents banned you from watching The Simpsons? No, they didn't. I've seen more people clear with NPC hunters than a group. They're a lot better this patch. They do all the mechanics. They also do damage too. 10 mins. 10 mins? Okay. A group... Well... I would say a group that's able to survive and not lose to carts on Omega. Because I think defense is a lot harder to manage than offense in Monster Hunter. I'd say if you have a group of 4 players, the issue is them all staying alive and not dying. Then it is killing in time. It's also partially on me, not just the NPCs. People so far that I've seen only been able to solo with NPCs on Savage. The only average group time for Savage is 30 minutes. Or well, 33 I've seen. I thought the average time was like 20 minutes. Hi, Mixie, adorable muffin. I know I'd seen a 19 kill and a... I want to say low 20s kill, but now that I'm saying it, I'm like, ooh, that could have been 25. Most people can barely kill it in time. Doing Savage or normal. Foss is doing Savage. I don't know. I guess what I'm saying, Foss, is would you prefer to do it scale to 4 with the NPCs? Or would you rather do it you and your Palico versus Omega? Like, do you like it with the NPC? A normal first or second try with NPC hunters? Ah, so you're in the same hell I am. Should be 20 minutes, but Slow Joe takes 3 hours. And should have not been counted. Well, there's no 3 hours. Because, there's a 35-minute limit on Savage and a 50-minute limit on normal. I need a drink. Ugh. How many miles? We're at 2.1. You know, the NPCs will heal you. Try to take aggro. Which at least the aggro thing the Palicos can't do. They could in past games. But not quite the answer I'm looking for, Foss. This was the Bronze Dragon Shrine. There's some funny quests here. You accidentally create a Murloc timeline when you kick a Murloc into a time portal. Otherwise, it's no different to me. Palico and NPC hunters are the exact same to me. Well, they're very different in my eyes. Because a lot of the speedrunners turn Palicos off so that the monster doesn't bounce between them and the Palico and aggro. And they can just focus on, like, counter hits with the monster. Hi, Octomage. Data creatures I forget exist mid-fight. With NPC hunters, obviously you cannot summon them. But with Omega, he is scaled for 4. So it's just like... I did the thing, but to you, walking our way over. Octal. Proxy Zero has a problem. None of his personal avatars will load. He's stuck as a blue diamond infinitely trying to load any of them. Have you experienced this before? Oh, server processing? Exactly. Server processing. You could say that scaling makes them formidable. Dad and I are thinking of trying to test with Palicos instead of 2 hunters next time. Usually I just re-upload the exact same avatar and it's fine. The problem for Proxy is this is like 7 years of avatars. And I don't even think he has the files for all of them. I don't think he wants to do a re-upload for 70 avatars. No changes, no nothing, just fresh upload. He was very frustrated by it this morning. That was the thing I told him. I was like, would you be able to just re-upload them in Unity? And he kind of just looked at me with a dead look in his eyes and went, I'm not doing that. I might just uninstall the game. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was interested to see if, like, you had seen anybody with this and knew of a fix other than just a re-upload. I ran it by Cairo also. He said to talk to Yulind because he's the literal server processing guy of VR chat. I wish I knew the answer. All good. Because it's really fucking annoying. Yeah. Yeah. And once you get Giga set up with gear, you're thinking of giving Savage a try? Fuck no. I like having fun. And that level of difficulty isn't fun to me. I like playing Monster Hunter in a way that's like more on the comfortable side of gear. Like when I play heavy bowgun, I run guard 3 and guard up. I like being able to block. Those aren't meta. What you're supposed to do with heavy bowgun is play the Strategios bowgun, play spread ammo, and anytime an attack is going to hit you, you dodge roll, and you bring however much dodge window you need, but surely not more than 2. That way, when you perfect dodge attacks, you get the upscaled ammo that hits really fucking hard. And I hate that playstyle. I also... You have to use guard up and guard with Savage pretty much. Well, here's the other thing. I don't really know how to perfect guard on the heavy bowgun. The heavy bowgun is just like, if you're not attacking, you're guarding in front of you. So I don't know when, like, the perfect guard window is. So, like, anytime I'm guarding on heavy bowgun, I'm just, like, taking raw damage. When we were fighting Uthduna, it was actually kind of miserable for me. Because Uthduna just hits so hard that even when I full guard it, I'm still almost dying. When he did his double belly flop, I would guard the 2 hits and I would go down to 80% health. And it was just like, okay, cool. If he does this attack at me, I just have to heal after it. Just, I guarded, but I have to heal. And like, that's Uthduna, which as you say, is giga easy and like brain dead, and why does anybody even bother with this game because it's so easy? Wasn't that easy to me. But like, I don't want to play... I'll heal you. Hi, Sammy. I don't want to play the like perfect dodge build where if you fuck up you die instantly. Does bowgun just have shit block? You're supposed to perfect guard, but like, it's such a weird thing to time with it. I'd rather just raw guard. Like, I want to raw guard. I run a somewhat low damage setup of Zoshia armor for the constant healing, and then I just raw block everything. So I'm always taking chip damage, but always healing. And like the Strategios spread ammo gun, with its you dodge to reload, I still do pretty good damage, right? I'm doing 7 shots per ammo, and each shot, depending on where I'm hitting, will do like 20 damage in just like body shots, 40 damage on wounds or weak spots, right? So like, if I'm just shooting and hitting a weak spot, I'm doing like 140 damage a shot, which is, you know, shot, dodge, shot, dodge, shot, dodge. That's decent damage, but it's not like crazy meta. It's not like you're gonna kill anything in 5 minutes at the high levels of play. But it's comfy. I don't have to sweat. I enjoy playing the game at that level. I'm past my point of I'm going to push myself, constantly get better. I need to ascend. I need to fight, the Dark Souls boss 200 times until I get the perfect run where I do everything perfect. And, I just don't want to play games like that anymore. I just don't. And, so when you say, are you going to do Omega Savage? I am not good enough to play Omega Savage. Just skill-wise, I would have to, really buckle down, play Wilds for a month straight, really hone my skills, and I'd have to play builds that I don't consider fun. And it's like, dude, this sucks. I'm not playing the game. This is just a job and I hate this. But that's what it would take for me to be good enough to fight Omega Savage. Fortuitous Phosphorus. I'll heal you. Does Bogun just have a shit block? It has an okay block, but you just take more damage because you're a range class. So, if I'm playing Gun Lance or Lance and I block an attack, let's say the chip damage does 10% of my health. On Heavy Bowgun, it would do 15% because you just get hit harder. On the proxy thing, tell him to create a bug on VRChat's bug tracker. Can you share the link with me? I'll post about my experience to give him some backup. I'm not going to tell him to do anything, Octal. If it's not a solution, I don't want to create more effort for him because that's just going to frustrate him, especially if it doesn't yield results. Does that make sense? Because they should fix it because they broke it. This wish list seems to be empty. You can suggest a gift to the creator's hatch. I want to put stuff there today, Sammy. Everyone also feels like Black Mage in a game with limited deaths. That shit clunky with the movement. Heavy Bowgun. I think this is the only path, but I hear you. Yeah. Heavy Bowgun. I think it's supposed to be a dodge class. I just think you're supposed to be dodging and, you're supposed to run evade window and dodge any attack that comes with you. That's definitely, what the weapon pushes you toward. Because the weapon right now, the meta Heavy Bowgun weapon is the Stregios Bowgun. That might have changed with Title Update 3. But the Stregios Bowgun, you reload a shot when you dodge. So what you're supposed to do is, shoot, wait to get hit, dodge roll to reload, shoot, wait to get hit, dodge roll, reload. That's how you're supposed to play Heavy Bowgun right now. I hate it. I hate playing dodge setups. I just want to block. I just want to block or be so mobile that I'm physically running out of the way. I really liked playing Crit Draw Greatsword and Sword and Shield. When it's just, you're so fucking mobile that you're not blocking, you're not evading, you're just physically not where the monster is attacking anymore. Just play Sword and Shield? No, I don't think I will. I think this is the only path. I've been dealing with it for 6 months and it's annoying. One's stuck right now. I have to recreate it. Ugh. Sammy, there were 2 things on the wish list yesterday. And Senril bought them for me. For his fucking birthday. Ugh. Dude, I think that's such a shit, suggestion, boss. Hey, this thing you're having fun with, just don't play it and play the overpowered meta weapon. Dude, I fucking hate that. I'm aware. Crit Draw Greatsword was amazing in World with Game Velkhana gear. With Gamma Velkhana? Yeah. I did play Crit Draw Greatsword. Crit Draw Greatsword then. I want to move away from Crit Draw. I don't feel like a good player when I play it. Is SNS the meta right now? I'm pretty sure it's one of the top 3 weapons. Really feel like VRChat just needs to kick the processing on their side. It's stuck. Been playing Hunting Horn in World lately. If there's anything that I wish I could play, if there's anything that's like, this is what I want to play, it would be, support Kinsect. But the changes they made to Kinsect in Wilds from what they had in Rise, kind of gut support Kinsect. And so it's just like, don't feel good anymore. But in Rise, I could have a Kinsect that did KO damage, and I would just put pheromones on the head, and then I could dash through the monster, do like 4 or 5 hits for whatever status I want, and then shoot the.
Hey, Yulind, I am
Gotta
gonna
go.
go for a bit.
Okay.
Sorry, but good. Yeah,
Oh, good.
a friend just invited me to call for something, trying to check what's going on.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'll
have
see you
fun.
later.
You'd put pheromones on the head. You would use a speed Kinsect so that every 6 seconds, your Kinsect would turn blue, and you could shoot it off and it would do triple damage. While you were in that 6-second charging window, you would just do a Tornado Slash to hit the monster for like 4 or 5 times, and it was great for status procs. So you would like go into a hunt, KO the monster in like the first 30 seconds, then paralyze it, then KO it at 5 minutes, and paralyze it again at 5 minutes. Like you would get 3 to 4 stuns and paralyzes on a hunt in like, I said 5 minutes, but probably way faster than that. You would get, depending on how long the hunt was, 3 to 4 of KO and paralyze, and it was so fun. I love that shit. In Wilds, they took away speed Kinsects. Those are just dead, not a thing anymore. They took away the types for Kinsects and kind of combined Assist and Powder. So you can still put pheromones on the head, and your Kinsect will just stay on the head. It will just, smack it, and it'll knock out monsters like that. But it's so much less reliable than it was with the speed Kinsect. And just they don't have the like dashy like playstyle of like, oh, I'm dashing through the monster and I do 4 hits, and then the monster can't keep up with me. Kinsect has lost that. Instead, they have their offset attack, and you're supposed to be gathering essence and then spending it on the spiral slash. And it's just like, ugh. I think it's better overall for the standard playstyle weapon, but my support Kinsect is just fucking dead. Suggestion for your heavy bowgun build: just play Mega Bonk instead. Just get the Savage Insect Glaive to support. God, even saying that makes me think about the grinding pain to get the weapons and armor. Yup. I need a drink. Mega Bonk Pog. Mega Bonk is so good. I enjoy playing heavy bowgun. With spread ammo. I like the simplicity of just, I have crazy high DPS, but not really that much burst. Cause that was how I played Gunlance, was I would just do attacks, and then if the monster, I Dodeca, heavy bowgun for the win. If the monster fell over, then on the Gunlance I was like, okay, I get to do my super combo and do like 3,500 damage in 10 seconds, which is a shit ton of damage. That's like crazy burst. But heavy bowgun like has no burst like that. They have their rapid fire mode, which honestly doesn't even feel like it increases my damage at all compared to the standard spread ammo. And then it also has Wyvern Fire, but like, that feels better for wake-ups. I believe it's plus 20 affinity for all allies after using the Rising Slash thing. The Glaive from Savage does have an interesting support effect, though. That is weird. Sniffa. Heavy bowgun for the win. Hello. I have always wanted to play heavy bowgun and light bowgun in Monster Hunter in the past, but I hate consumables. I'll deal with them, like I'm literally playing wide range sword and shield right now, to be the healer of the group. But like, I hate dealing with consumables. I'd rather just like, I have this ammo, I use this ammo. If I have to restock and hunt, especially for damage, I hate that shit. And so playing heavy bowgun where it's like, okay, you've got your sticky ammo and then your fire ammo, and you've run out, so go get more. I hate that. The SNS gives all allies defense on perfect guard. Ugh. I just like fucking having a shotgun. I like playing heavy bowgun, and if it's looking at me, I'm blocking and taking the attacks. And it's a hi, Dore. Oh my god. It's been 10 months already? What the fuck? Thank you, Dore. If it's looking at me, I'm blocking and, you know, being very selective with my attacks. If it's not looking at me, I'm fucking pumping lead into its legs or back. I enjoy that playstyle. And with wilds not being limited to Kolvar? Thank you, Kolvar. I am a little bit like, what the heck? You weren't followed? Before wilds, all of your ammos except for normal 1 were consumables. Now with wilds, normal spread and pierce are unlimited, and their level is based on your gun. So instead of like pierce 1, pierce 2, pierce 3, it's just all pierce. And your gun has like pierce 1 or pierce 2. My brain was small and my status is sleepy. All good. You did do it just a little too early, Kolvar. Because now the channel follows are at 1,899. And if you'd waited just a little bit longer, you'd have been 1,900. Not that that's really that special. There's certainly not any award for being 1,900. But it is a cleaner number than 1,899. Ah. Oh god, we're at 3 miles also. Dore, how about you? Have you tried Omega on Monster Hunter? I know you're a Monster Hunter gamer. BRB unfollowing. What the fuck? You can't do that. Oh, hi, Dore. That's our little goblin. I want Icy Fire to show up. I want to go through holidays. Not for any particular reason. They're just on my mind and I thought about them. What news do we have, though? I have 4 news stories. None of them are really that big. One of them's a cool story. 2 of them are funny. One of them is politics. Do we get rid of politics first? Let's get rid of politics first. Our favorite president, Donald J. Trump. J, right? Whoa. I feel like I just threw up in my throat a little bit saying that. He posted an AI video a couple days ago that is just straight QAnon trash. Our favorite. BRB unfollowing. Ronald B. Shitass. He posted just a straight AI slop QAnon video. God damn it. Hi, Oku. I just started going into politics. Do you want me to put that off? Oku is going through a phase of, I have been looking at politics too much. I need to, not cold turkey, but I need to slow this shit down. I'll talk about something else, Oku. We can come back to it. God, he was going to say Bill Clinton. My money was on Ronald Reagan. No, it's okay. I'm about to jump in a meeting anyway. Okay. You know, honestly, I don't know who I dislike more between Trump and Reagan. Like, Reagan was an insidious puppet. He was very much like, I don't give a fuck about people. I know what I'm doing is evil. I am bought out and in the pocket of the rich. And I don't give a fuck. I'm coming out ahead because of this. But Trump is just like blundering incompetence. Reagan started a bunch of shit that we deal with today. Yeah, Reagan was like, in my eyes, it's genuinely evil. But Trump is like, does he know what he's doing? He also had severe mental decline, which did not help. Yeah, but a lot of the stuff Reagan started, he was very much there for. He knew a lot of what he was doing. I think Trump does. He's just an asshole that lies as he breathes. I mean, so Trump is evil. I worded that in a way that almost excuses Trump's sinister capacity. It takes away from a lot of the malice that he has. They're both very much evil. It's just like, one is somewhat competent and the other is like just completely incompetent. Did Reagan really invent crack? I don't know if Reagan invented crack. What I do know is that Reagan is like the sole reason for unions going down and you know, the whole trickle economics bullshit that we deal with to this day. Hi, Baldir. Hi, you in chat. Oh, politics, Nito. He didn't invent it, but he sure introduced it. He didn't invent it. There were two guys that were, like, kind of feeding it to him and getting him to push this. But he's the one that, like, got the ball rolling with it. All rolling. What about Theodore Roosevelt? You a big fan? Isn't he, like, the best president we ever fucking had? Isn't that guy just literal fucking Coolsville? I think there was one thing that was kind of negative about him. Hi, Windbreaker. But other than that, he was supposed to be an idiot that, like, was just an easy defeat in the election. But then he just won. They tried to assassinate him. He didn't give a fuck. And he just did genuinely a lot of cool shit. I wouldn't say best. But he's a big reason why we have national nature reserves. Yulind out here being drop dead cute. FDR was awesome too. Franklin Delano Roosevelt has probably one of my favorite quotes of any business that cannot pay a living wage does not deserve to operate in this country. Which is like, yes. Oh my god, yes. Best would probably be FDR. Hi, Canuck the Wookiee. That's 1,900. Yippee! That's a big milestone. Teddy broke up a lot of companies' trusts. You're not here inventing being dropped dead cute. Right here dropping dead. Stop it, you. I wouldn't say the best, but he's a big reason why we have national nature reserves. FDR was awesome too. Best would probably be FDR. 1.5k? 9. 1.9k. I very much like both of those presidents. 1.9k. Who was the president that died after a week in office? I forget their name. I've got a Ritz Bits prom. I finished a box in 2 days. Only have 1 box left. Garfield, I think. Octal. Before I cared about calories, before I cared about nutrition, I would do that with Ritz or any cookies. If I bought cookies, they're gone a day. Just all of them. I have very poor self-discipline with certain foods. I'm being really bad with the chocolate milk I keep getting. Chocolate milk gallons should last me 10 days. It keeps lasting for maybe 5. They're so damn good. I got the small bags last time, but like, they didn't have them, so I had to buy boxes. Same. William Henry Harrison? That sounds right. Just get really small cups. The cups isn't the problem, Leon. Because if I go through the kitchen, it's like, oh, I'll just have a sip of chocolate milk, and I just take the jug, because I'm the only one drinking from it. Take the jug, sip. Oh, I've done that 8 times today. Uh-oh. This is why you need someone else to discipline you. Add them to Throne, femboy. I can supply your temptation. You say that, Trogdor. But then we sat on pistachios for 2 weeks. He got sick during a downpour on his inauguration, just never recovered. Now I want chocolate milk. Oh, don't eat them out of the box. Chunky milk supplier. Those are healthy. They're not healthy with the amount I eat them. Because we're going over our calorie limit because of them. I even gave you all a chance to buy stuff. Never again. Sammy. Technically they were bought. But that was something that I was like, you don't have to give much chance to this. I want the rolling nuts. I want fucking pistachios and cashews to always have some available. This last week, it's been like, oh man, it sure was nice for 2 weeks when I had the pistachios and the cashews to just like munch on a little bit of these between meals. Those are like the one thing I want you to never wait on. God, I'm so fucking greedy. Speaking of, did you know that 3% of Americans think that chocolate milk comes from brown cows? Yes. God, yes. I used to drink milk out of the jug. I realize it makes it spoil really fast. But I guess that doesn't matter if you drink it quick. How does that make it spoil fast, Leon? The throne empty. Look at Mr. Preferred Throne number over here. Teehee. Didn't even read my fun fact, never mind. I came back to it. This is what happens when I try to let them spoil you instead. Oh, well, time to make you even more of a spoiled princess. No. Look. There's going to be too much stuff on Throne soon, okay? Friday, we'll add the stuff. Y'all won't be able to keep up. I'm not sure, but it lasted a lot longer when I stopped. Too much, huh? Don't say that, Sammy. Oh god, don't say that. I have something you munch on between meals, Yulind. Compliments and plenty of them. You're doing great. You bring us comfy walking stream vibes as we so enjoy. Okay. He's going to release the gates. I noticed I was impatient. Chat, does he not know? I'm betting a portion of those people are being sarcastic. That brown cows indeed produce milk that is then used to make chocolate milk. Well, Zwei. They genuinely think that, like, it comes out chocolate. Like, it's a study where they're like, not it's used to make chocolate milk, it comes out chocolate. Before COVID, America did not have the best education. It was, you know, a developed country level education. But it was like, you know, in the 33 existing fully developed countries, we weren't like number 1. I don't even think we were top 10. I think we were like 12 or 13. With COVID and school from home, we have shot down. Education in America is so fucking random. My bumfuck nowhere school in Kansas was oddly good about education. I went to public schools in Colorado and California. In Colorado, I started first grade, I did second grade, I did half of third grade. Moving to California, I did the other half of third grade. I did 2 weeks of fourth grade, and then I got moved to a private school. So then I did the entirety of fourth grade through 12th grade in private school. That Christian private school was very zealous, had a lot of weird indoctrination Christian bullshit, but they were oddly good with education. I went to college and I coasted the first 3 years. I didn't study in college for 3 years, and I was getting like some A's, some B's, a few C's. Then my fourth year, I kind of hit a fucking wall and was like, okay, I gotta start studying. I know what it's referring to, but there's room for people to be little shits or confused overthinking about survey questions. I suppose. Like sex ed specifically, the amount of sex ed people don't know is astounding. And I thought they were just lazy in classes. No, their school just didn't teach. Oh, my school did not teach sex ed. When we got to 5th grade, we had a video. Hi, Icy Fire. We had a video on puberty. And basically in this video, they sat us all down. And they said, all right, girls, you're going to this class. Boys, the boys from that class are coming here. You're watching the boys video. And our sex ed was genuinely just, all right, boys, you're going to grow up and your dick's going to get bigger. You're going to get pubic hair around your dick and your armpits. The girls are going to have bodies that change too. They're going to get boobs, and they're going to start wearing bras. This is important because when you're playing tag with them, you might touch their back and touch their bra, and that's uncomfortable for them. And you can't do that no more. Anyway, that was my sex education. That was all I got in school. Yuli hug, hi, Icy. I'm at the part of 14. They learned how to animate masticating. Don't worry, I'll teach you all you need to know. Okay, dude. Man hug. Halt. Stop right there, cutie criminal. You're coming with me. Oof. Bob's bald ear. Ha ha ha, what the fuck? So we can still touch boys' chest, teacher you. According to this video, our fave catboy was just munching on the burgie. Oh, you're at that part. Icy Fire's here. We can go over the holidays. Tuesday, September 30th. Ask a stupid question day. Chewing gum day, extra virgin olive oil day, International Blasphemy Rights Day, International Podcast Day, International Thunderbirds Day, International Translation Day, National Hot Mold Cider Day, National Love People Day, National Mud Pack Day, National Prepare-a-thon Day, National Souffle Potato Day, Orange Shirt Day, the Time for Yoga Day. These kinda suck. Chewing gum and potato souffle? I guess chewing gum? That's the choices. I'm picking chewing gum day. That sucks. How about that? Make that regular olive oil. We are at 3.7. I don't think we have a whole mile left in this video. So we probably need another one. Uh-oh. That's concerning. Oh boy. Star Wars, don't you say that. Shut your fucking mouth. I like to eat the chewing gum. Oops, hospital. It does not stay in your stomach for 7 years. It just passes through you. I'll take Ask a Stupid Question Day, since I do so every day. I'm on Star Wars. I was watching Kuro this morning. He was doing Omega. And he was getting frustrated because Omega's hard. And somebody in his chat goes, "Do you have your gear set up? Is your gear set, like, caught up for this?" And Kuro went, "What a stupid fucking question." Because Kuro's angry. And I'm sitting here like, oh, buddy. Like, obviously this person was just trying to help. Obviously this guy was like, "Hey man, it's tough. Is your gear fully caught up?" And like trying to be helpful. But that is like not the helpful thing to say to somebody who's frustrated. It was very much like, is your computer plugged in type thing, which is a real IT question. But like, oh dude, you're just gonna make him mad. Yeah, that shit is just pure fiber. One of these days, someone's going to have gone through whatever nebulous rigmarole there is to get a Yulind day put on this list. I've had 2 awful career runs today. I'm going to glue factory myself. I'm gonna sneeze. I am sorry to hear that, Leon. Should have healer diff them, oh brother. Hi, Molly. What a cute sneeze. You didn't hear it. I want to ask an Angie gamer, is your monitor on? That's so rude. It's like... Mage hug. I know what it sounds like. Dude, what the fuck? You didn't dodge that beam? Is your controller plugged in? I could never do that, Hobbit. When somebody's like frustrated because they're like failing at a game, they're not being good enough, telling them skill issue or like, is your controller plugged in? It just feels like kicking them while they're down to me. It depends on the person. I think you've seen with me, Hobbit, I'm very bad at taking it when I'm already struggling. Can't do it. If they're the sweetest person, I'd never do it. So it's not about how much they can take, it's about how much you like them. Okay, damn. Noted. Ow. Lamount not only denying us the sneeze, but taunting us about it beforehand, SMH. What you mean? You're great at taking it. No, I am incredibly prideful, Sammy. I don't like being seen as somebody who's failing, somebody who's not performing well. And so when I'm like fucking up a game, no, I got it, Sammy, I got it. When I'm failing at a game, I'm very frustrated. I'm very vulnerable to teasing. And so like, if I'm fucking up on, let's say Omega, and I like double cart in a hunt, and then the next one I triple cart, if somebody just starts teasing me then, if I'm like really, really disciplined and restrain myself, I will just ignore it. If I'm not, I'll get real fucking sassy. When you guys hear me get really fucking sassy with people, that's when I'm like, I feel like I'm screwing up as a streamer and getting frustrated and taking it out on people. If they're a shitter and I'm in a saucy mood, yeah, I'm going to drop a line without even thinking about it. Never kick while they're down. Elbow drop them. Went over here, never mind. Now, it's not how much I like them. If they're just never snarky or anything, just feels mean to do it to them. Sassy. That's the word I was trying to think of, lol. When I get sassy is my... I'm clearly frustrated and I'm taking it out on people. When I'm ignoring people, that's when I'm like, be above this, Yulind, be above this. There was a moment recently I think it was on Cairo's stream. But there was a moment recently where I just started ignoring Global. Global was like 100% getting to me. And I was just like, I'm not reading this anymore. I am tuning this out. Yeah, I've got emotional dysregulation like hell that shit sends me, Lamau. I don't mind so much in things like Uma that are luck-based. I plead the fifth on this topic. Oh no. Hobbit? There have definitely been times where I'm getting pushed and you tease me, and I just have told myself, I don't think Hobbit is actually trying to upset me. I just think they're maybe not the most in tune with when somebody's struggling. And I think Hobbit's having fun and thinks I'm having fun. And they don't know that what they said just was very upsetting to me. I've never brought it up with you. I've never like messaged you like, hey man, this is getting to me. This is like, I need you to ease up a little bit on these moments. But there have been one or two times, Hobbit, where like, I'm struggling, and you hit me with a comment that I'm just like, oh god. I'll tell you the one that really sent me. I was struggling with something in Donkey Kong Bonanza, and you went like, holy, this is a dark side Phil moment. And I was just like, just fucking get through this, Yulind. Just fucking look forward, ignore chat for 5 minutes, ask Cairo something to get him yapping. Oh my god. I almost cried. I almost cried. I'm usually absent-mindedly talking shit. If I pick up on it, I'll drop it immediately like the DSP joke. Yeah, the DSP joke. Oof. Aw, goddamn. Hi, Qme. Yulind, mods, execute this chatter moment. It was obvious right away you did not like that joke. I bet it was. I 100% bet it was like... That did not sit well with me. I was definitely tired. I definitely had a lot of excuses for why I was playing like shit, right? I was streaming. I was tired. I'm not a platform gamer. But some of the stuff I've seen Darkside Phil is like so trash. I'm like, don't call me Darkside Phil. Even at my worst, don't call me Darkside Phil. Holy shit, Yulind, we have to play Firebreak? Firebreak? We gotta play Monhun first. I just messed with Yulind, but back after he stopped enjoying it. I think a lot of what you say is funny, Trogdor. But your range of funny isn't that big. And a lot of it is always, like, pointed at me. And I think a lot of it is just like, man, this just sounds like you putting me down. And I've become very, very tolerant to it. But if we didn't have so much history, I think I might have gotten to a point where I was like, you need to knock it off, dude. Is whimsy and merriment gone? Christ. The bullet perks and stuff go on your gun instead of being a perk. You get 3 slots on your gun for gun-specific perks. Instead of 9, we get 12 now? Also, it looks like they changed progression around again. I didn't even finish the first progression. Ugh. I'll tell you right now, Cairo. That sounds neat. But my excitement for it is 0. Because Monhun exists right now. All I want to do is farm talismans. Fries? It's your fault for getting into this game that came out on the same day with an update as Monster Hunter. You know which one I'm gonna care about. We got a Firebreak. We ain't even killed Omega. I ain't give a fuck about Firebreak right now. I think my trackers are being real weird. Where is N1? If I move it out... that looks... Whoa. Something's definitely going on with my lean. I bet this tracker here... well, it looks like it's on my waist. But, like... it also looks like it's just doing something weird there. Kaiwo engineering his own decline. Damn, all my mountain friends are the same right now. Wish my brain was bigger for it. You guys need help later now I'm awake? I'm down to help with Omega. I really, if there's anything I want, it's the Chocobo. I really want the Chocobo mount. I then want to farm talismans. Because I didn't do the talisman grind at all. Talisman stuff and Rarity 9 stuff came out a month ago, and I was like, everybody, let's farm talismans. And I was like, no, we'll just do that with Title Update 3. Okay. I found Dead Space 2008 in my Steam library, family library. Started that last night. Cool game, but boy howdy. The controller support for the PC port sucks. I 3D printed a new tablet stand. Picked it up and it just snapped. Terrible design! Oh god, yeah. Where does the Chocobo come from? I thought it came from Omega Normal. If it doesn't, uh-oh. I hope it's not Savage. If the Chocobo comes from Omega Savage, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm gonna mod in a one-hit thing and just kill Omega Savage. Like, I'm just gonna one-shot him and get the rewards. I want the Chocobo. I'd pay for the Chocobo. If you're gonna put it behind Savage, fuck you, I'm taking it. Oof. The dead zones are fucking huge. Aiming slows to a crawl when you're ADS. Like, did they playtest this fucking thing? Alright. I wanna fix my tracking. Where is this? Oh, yep, this had gone down a foot. Ugh. But now it's back. Kiss the camera. Google says, Rego Omega? Arch, what you can probably do then is go to your customized Chocobo thing. And change it there. You probably have it. I checked it, I got it. Looks like it's normal because I got it. Yippee! I want a vertical stand. For storage, not for viewing. Man, so no 8 miles? What do you mean no 8 miles, huh? That is still very much a possibility. Oh my, I remember having to tweak it a bunch. That was years ago. Kiss the camera, Google says Rego. Trogdor, I checked, I got it. A lot of people charge channel points for a kiss. Can't believe you're just handing those out. Octomage, you know what I want to do? Maybe I never ran this by you, Octomage. I want one of the bots, Stream Elements or Saribot, to basically do a message anytime somebody talks in chat for the first time. I thought the new video started. Nope, we are still in Veldraken. So if somebody, like, pops in, let's say, you know, Octomage, I want a vertical stand for storage not viewing. Stream Elements will go, Octomage has shown up and paid taxes for the day. 1 of 1,000. And then Trogdor would say, man, so no 8 miles. Trogdor has paid taxes for the day. 2 of 1,000. Ink Slime, Lamau, I remember having to tweak it a bunch, but that was years ago. 3 of 1,000. Arch, it looks like it's normal because I got it. 4 of 1,000. And then Trogdor, kiss the camera. That's a repeated message, so it wouldn't do it again. It would only count this once every 20 hours. So like, maybe like once every 15 hours, right? Just to make sure. But it only does a +1 to this counter the first time somebody talks every 15 hours or so. And then once it gets to 1,000, that's when it does the like, hey, beach day is funded. That way, I could take taxes out of channel points. And I could add more channel point redeems. Things like VIP for 100,000. Need to do some talisman grind, just got to HR 100. I thought the new video started. Yuli, be on some kind of a bad mental day. I don't know if I should stream or not. That has been continuing since I showed you. If it's like real bad, Cairo, obviously deal with that. Maybe make your decision like closer to your nap. I don't know. It sounds shitty. Yeah, once every 24 hours. Yeah, that's doable. In a lot of bots, good idea to be honest. I know it's doable. I just don't have the expertise to do it. You need a break tonight? Take a break tonight. 100,000. I can VIP 3 times. I could make it in 10 minutes. I've had a bot in here forever now, but no one can tell. No, we can tell, Octalmage. It's the bot that it makes you say something when somebody does the message. I used to have it with Potfriend, right? Yeah, I just kind of want to be a lump today. Forget I said anything, I'll just do it. Lumping is healthy. Oh yeah. Lobster fact. Most of the hundreds of regulations concerning lobsters fishing apply to commercial fishermen. I forgot Potfriend, cat pick. We need a Markov chain bot. Bet it would be unhinged. Potfriend. He chork in his neck. Yeah, Octomage. I've mentioned it. Den said she was gonna look at it, but Den's really busy. Something that I'd like it to be through Stream Elements or Seribot. That way I can reset it if I need to. I need a way to, like, it counts 1 to 1,000. And then I reset it, right? The really, like, manual way to do it would be I just open my stats every day, check unique chatters, and add that to the number. But that sounds fucking awful. That sounds like, oh god, why? The really nice way to do it would be to not have it do a chat message at all. If I could connect it to a number on screen, right? If it could be like in the top right, taxes paid, 1 of 1,000, go up there. But that's... maybe I'll get there someday. Run a Markov bot in another channel. It's the stupidest fucking thing. I love it to death. Oh, yeah. Mine would be a Yulind specific bot. You can keep the count going. Have a command like reset day. Reset beach. If it's a command that only I can do, that would work. That'd be perfect. I obviously don't want anybody doing it. We cannot have global coming in and typing that in and resetting it and being like, dude, come on, man. God, we're really gonna be at like 4.7 or 4.8 when this video finishes. What the heck? Is Global a friend? Global is a fucking creature. Here's my theory on Global. They have a normal, standard, some would say mundane, but I would say, you know, maybe fulfilling life. Where they just, it's not enough for them, they gotta cut loose. Hi, Ty. So they go online on Twitch and they be just a fucking creature. Just to, like... They are unpredictable, chaotic, and a lot of people would probably see their behavior and be like, this guy fucking sucks. He's just trying to upset me. And some days it feels like that. But, like, at their heart, hi, Keo. Global is a nice person. And there have been times where, like, I'm upset, and Global goes out of his way, even if anonymously, to try and cheer me up. And so, Global is a fucking creature. But, like, the real Global, the behind the mask, behind the shenanigans, they are a good and nice person. This Yulind guy, I swear SMH Global is Yuli's neglected child. The hell is those dragons? Those were the aspects. There was Alexstrasza, Calicos, Nozdormo. I was midway calling them a creature, Lamau. One more time. How UCH is each first message worth? What was the total? Each message... Well, so it could be like 1 in 1,000. You could say it was like each message would be worth 10 and the total goal would be 10,000, right? I'd like that. Each first message is 10 and the total goal is 10,000. Lamau, they seem to get up to a lot of shenanigans. Love. Stop. Hey, that's what people think of me. Hi, how's you? Oh, that's nice. You seem normal compared to Global Trogdor. You, I can have a conversation with. If I said to you, Trogdor, hey man, ease up, can we talk about this? You'd be like, yeah, sure. What's up? Am I normal? You're for the most part normal. Hi. But, you try not to be. You're also just... you're that friend that's way too into Xalatath feet. And it's like... You just know what that means. You know what that entails. Compared to you, Trogdor, if I was upset... and I was like, hey man, Global, we gotta talk. Global would be like, ah, I see. So he's finally fallen to my machinations. And then maybe, like, anonymously give 5 subs to cheer me up, right? Like, you can't have a straightforward, normal conversation. You, like, you look at Global and you're like, can you just be normal for 5 fucking minutes? And he's the kid in the backseat of the car that's just screaming. Like, okay, good bit, Lamau, yes. They are a good person. They are. They're just fucking weird. Every time they're even remotely in trouble, they just throw money down. Well, so, they throw less money down with me. With Cairo, they throw a lot of money down. Which I like, which is good. I have gotten a little mad at them recently because they enjoy the girl DM tax for spoilers. Hi, Alexinator. Now I'm afraid of Global. They're probably here. Okay, I'm gonna sleep now. I'm gonna attempt some more salad. Try and wake up. Have a good rest of your stream. Sleep well, Arch. I can respect that. Off high. No, you had it right the first time. OF. Global gave me 12 months sub. That's my best friend now. So you're saying if I accept you and all I gotta do is open my wallet? No. There is a level of... Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. Money does give you a little bit of, like... a buffer of, like, you can get away with money more. If somebody came in... and they're just, like... not vibing well... and not getting along with the group. We gotta turn this down a little. There is a measure of, like, there's a threshold of, hey man, you are pushing boundaries, knock it the fuck off. Right? Aw, short video. Yeah, I lucked out. If they give money, that threshold goes up more. But I like to think I have gone... People that have pushed the boundaries, despite giving a lot of money, have gotten scolded before. The people that, like, support a lot, they are not, like, first-class citizens, and the people that don't give money are second-class. It is not like that around here. Yet shit, I got scolded all the time. Has Sammy been scolded? I don't think Sammy has been scolded. I think Trogdor has been scolded mildly. No, you've definitely been scolded before, Trogdor, but mildly. What? What I do? I will tell you after stream what you did. Because that is not a stream thing to talk about. That was why I scolded you. Well, okay, actually, that gives the wrong implication. That was not why I scolded you, but it was something that... It was an off-stream thing. Hey, about the money, Spider-Man. Aw, short video. Yeah, Chad, I got scolded all the time. You'll never scold me, woo. Cutie. What I do? Man. Yo, Trogdor got in trouble with teacher. Have to see him after class. Matthews has been scolded before. But it was very much a like... What's going on with my leg? It looks like it's in the right spot. Not popping around now. A few people have been scolded that were not major supporters. Well, I would consider everybody a major supporter, but you know what I mean, right? If somebody, like, subscribes, they're not above being scolded any more so than somebody who doesn't subscribe, right? I try to separate money from, do I gotta fucking lay the law down? One day I wish to be a major supporter. Shut the fuck up, Trogdor. You know you are. I recently... well... I was gonna say recently I had to scold somebody. But they kind of left the Discord before they got scolded? And the reason for leaving was super fucking weird. You guys probably know which one I'm talking about, but... those of you that are in the Discord... Same. Shut the fuck up, you two. Lucky tired. Oh, the person who almost gets it. Kind of. Oh, but you've gone through this zone, right? Yeah. This dungeon, the one that we're walking to, I don't particularly like the dungeon, but I like the trusts in this dungeon. Or at least I think I have. I think you have. I believe you have. Yeah, no, you have. You 100% have, now I think about it. This is in Shadowbringers, right? Correct. The dungeon we're walking toward... The dungeon in this area fucking sucks. I don't mind the dungeon. However, there's something really, really, really cool with the trusts. In that they have different behaviors for one of the boss mechanics. The boss creates the chasm. And he creates the Z tightrope that you have to walk across, right? All of the trusts will do it differently based on their personality. So like Alphino, he will go like kind of slowly and rush on the straightaways and really slow down for the... Hi, Elijah. Is this New World? No, this is Final Fantasy XIV. Alphino will go really fast on the straightaways. And then he'll like kind of stick his hands out and balance, go really slow on the corners. I don't want to talk about who else is there. But they go through it very, very distinctly based on their personality, and it's some of the coolest fucking, like, little detail possible. I like doing the NPC parties in general. Adds a lot to the dungeons. It really does. Hope you're having a good walk. I am. One just floats across. Yup. This is a cool looking area. I think this is where I stop. What includes a scolding and have I received one? Is it telling off? A scolding is basically being told off. Either on stream, but more than likely off stream. I really don't like to chastise people on stream. Like, I think it's very humiliating to be like, Baldir, what you just said is not okay. You need to really think about this, and if you cross that line again, you're banned. To have an audience for that, it's just shit. I would much rather message somebody in their DMs and be like, hey, I don't really like this thing you did. And quite frankly, my stream, my rules. I'm not gonna put up with that. Hi, Nick. If it happens again, I'll probably start timing you out, right? I've had that conversation with people. But I will really try to not scold people in front of me. Cairo, I find myself accidentally scolding with an audience every fucking time. Does he ask for it? Yes. Literally yesterday, I was like, you do some mean shit sometimes, and he's like, say it. Say it in front of a crowd. Say it in front of everybody. I was like, I was gonna type it in your DMs. Do you really want me to? And he's like, no balls! No balls! I'm like, okay, dude, here we go. Cairo, I can't boil him. He just flutters away like pink whore-like cherub. That was a cute and adorable Yulind. I'm good, Nick. And it was fucking horrible amount. Dude, I was like, why do you want me to say this in front of everybody? I didn't finish Shadowbringers because I hit level 90 on Warrior. I didn't know what to do. I just didn't know what class to be and just stopped because I didn't want to waste experience. I think it's really hard to not waste experience, Jogdor. You will get to a point around like 85, 86 where you are at like the minimum level for stuff. If you're leveling two things at once, one thing is going to fall behind. So you commit to one, and then around 98, you're leveling past it and you're wasting experience. You just got to accept it. You just got to start losing experience when you go through the story. Or you spend 2 weeks going through the story and just like perfectly balancing 3 to 4 classes. It's just lose experience. Just fucking waste it. I'm good then. Because Yulind haven't messaged me. You are. You have not crossed the line yet. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. We're gonna pause that. We're gonna put this here. I'm gonna turn this back on. We're gonna redo 2 of our trackers. You guys wait there. Can I go over here? I'm gonna go here. Ugh. That's a me. Ugh.
one looks like it's in the right spot, but I'm resetting it anyway. Please turn on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, are we good? Okay, we're good. It's on. Why are you hiding, Yulind? Because I don't like recalibrating trackers in front of you. That's embarrassing. Okay. Tracker's off. Oh, press the wrong button. I know what I need. To unplug this. Because the tracker is plugged into the track strap, it keeps like flicking between charging and off. Not behaving as well as I'd like. Okay. Tracker's back on. What? Think I can be here. Put that there. This is still in a good spot. Okay. I knew that was going to take a while, so I wanted to pause the video and not lose too much time of that. I didn't want to be like 10 minutes of just video wasted. Okay. I have no idea what he is talking about. Cairo is perfect. That's a me. Well, you see, I got too much experience because I did every single side quest in the game. He accidentally toggled his dick. Why is Cairo so very cute? Effort, personality, discipline, dedication. Squish the Yulind. Archangel? I think I care about this more than you. Did it reset? Is it still there? I need a drink. You know damn well that's not what happened, Trogdor. You know I don't have one of those. Another story. I saw a really cute video. Archie? Wait, is it okay to call you Archie? Baldier checked in, plus 10 points. Progress, 10,000. 9,990 remaining. Whoa. Yeah, to have in VR. Cool. Nervous. Was that what I do? That is going to be our new tax system. I'm gonna be honest with you. The UI is still hidden. You know, I'm usually asleep with the stream open. So I'm sure it's updated. Yes, it's alright. Yulind, do I have permission to cuddle you? Yes. You gotta get in VR for that, but yes. I want to check in. It did one person. Logitech comfy. I'll let it run. Octomate's checked in. I just killed it. I will say instead of checked in, and this is like, you know, this is the rough draft, so. But eventually it'll say like, instead of checked in, paid their taxes. Instead of 10 points, I guess like $10. Well, no, because that's gonna make people think they're actually paying money. Oh, we could say fembucks. We could say plus 10 fembucks. And then, you know, the progress would just count down for that. Instead of it being through you, I think it needs to be like Stream Elements or a bot that's like Tax's bot. How are you, Logitech? I just killed it. Perfect. Tired. Okay, Leon. Okay. That's a lot of spam. Yeah, we'll need its own user. It is definitely a lot of spam. I'll DM you about this more, Octomage. If it was a graphic on screen, that would be ideal. Or if it could do, like, every 5 messages. Right? Instead of every single message, like every 5th one. I feel like it's because it just started. It is a little bit because it just started. And it's also, like, the middle of stream when the most people are here. It would probably go off a lot right when I start. And then as people come in, it wouldn't be too bad. I do still feel like that's a lot of chat messages, though. Should peter out after the first surge at the start of stream. How are you, Octomage? Why are you tired, Logitech? Boops! Yeah, it's going to be a bit noisy. Meow. Logitech, may I please pet the tail? Probably not. But yeah, will you message me? This is fun, Octal. This is like, oh shit, this thing I've been talking about for a year might actually happen now. If we get that working, what I will do is I will turn off the taxes point redeem. Well, I'll stop making that, right? I'll stop. Oh, that's a community goal, and I just have to stop. I just get to stop doing that every week. LL, I'm here working on a different bot, so it was appropriate. I love me some automation. Without taxes, you guys are going to have a shit ton more points to spend. And so, with that, I'll be able to add the VIP ticket redeem. I'll wipe all the current VIPs, and then it'll be 100,000 points buys you a VIP ticket. With a VIP ticket, you get a VIP, but there can only be 6. And so when the 7th one gets redeemed, we start playing Spin the Wheel, and the losing ticket loses their VIP for the one who just redeemed it. I'm already at 100k points. I imagine there's a lot of people at 100k points. When we first introduced the VIP ticket, it's going to be a little crazy at first. Don't wipe Octal VIP. He made the fun bot. Octal. You'd want to be a part of the VIP ticket fun, right? You'd want to be a part of the gambling, right? Can I call dibs on all 6 tickets? Nope. Can you redeem if you're already VIP just to wipe others? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no just so that we have 6 VIPs. Yulind, why are you so squishable? Oh, you can wipe it? But I'm not a fan of buying VIP, never done it before. You say you're not a fan. Is that just like you want to keep your points, or Highlander VIP system? This is one of the beast tribes coming up. The Nomu. I was really excited when they announced this, because they were like, yo, Tactics Advanced Beast Tribe is coming up. I was like, oh shit, we're getting Bonga! And then we got Nomu, which was markedly less exciting to me, and I was like, okay. Are you going to limit it to 1 VIP redeem per stream? Probably get a little silly if you don't. Are you enjoying the walk, Yulind? I got 300k points. I just mean it's like, are they your VIP or not, if that makes sense? I used to think of it like that, Octomage. I used to be like, it should be easy to VIP people. And like, in my friend streams, I'll talk about this, in cores, it kind of got a little hurtful that I wasn't a VIP. Literally, I was on her stream at least once a week for 4 years. Well, for 5 to 6 years at this point. But like, I didn't have VIP for like a good 4 or 5 years. And I remember just being like, why? And she seemed, the reality was she was just inconsistent as fuck with it. But like, I'd be on her stream every day. And there were people that, you know, they'd been there since the beginning, like Fradel, that had VIP. And then she meets Senril, and she's like, oh, Senril's so cool. Senril's so nice. I love Senril. Senril gets VIP. Senril should be a VIP. And I'm sitting there like, not VIP. Like, what? I like Senril too. But like, does this mean you like Senril more than me? Not to make it a competition, but like, this kind of hurts. Oh, Zayakoi is so cool. I love Zai. Zai-chan. Zai-chan gets VIP. Oh, Atticus is hanging around a lot lately. Atticus gets VIP, and I'm sitting there just not VIP, just like, I think I messaged her one day just like, hey, is this a bit? Because it's getting to me. And she was like, didn't even think about it. And I think she's made me VIP at this point, but like, oh, sorry, Yulind, the best I could do is mod you. It's one of those things that like, running a stream now, I understand, I understand why VIP is so, like, limited. Because there's so many people that are deserving of it. And, like, what is your metric? Do you base it on, like, money and who's given the most? That's kind of what I've done, and I'm gonna be honest, it feels a little bad to do it that way. I don't like doing it that way. Do you base it on your friends? I'll tell you right now, that's the worst thing you should do. And it feels really bad to just say, these are my favorite people. If you're not VIP, it's because I don't like you as much. Kick rocks. I like making VIP a game, which is why I'm so excited for this. Because then it's just like, oh, just play the game. No, it's not about money. No, it's not about who I like the most. It's just the game. I just get to not think about it. Highlander reference? Haven't heard that in a while. But does that sound like fun? Why are you so offensive to non-human NPCs? What do you mean? Oh, sorry, Yulind, the best I can do is mod you. Yeah, I think the reality is it probably just wasn't on her mind. It was. Where is my VIP? Well, so here's the thing, Cairo. You asked for it just now, and so you're now on a cooldown that you will never have it for the next 4 months. I may not be VIP, but am I one of your faves? I don't know, Molly. I really like the chat. I'm kidding. Molly will forever be one of my faves. That was my work from home, buddy. I would be working from home. She would be working from home. And all of our friends were either essential workers or laid off. And Molly was the one that I was like, we're fucking dealing with the work from home shit. You're still working from home? They let me go, Molly. In 2022, they had downsized from 200 to 40. And I didn't make the 50 to 40 cut. I've been doing this since, well, I started in 2023, but Cairo is a very infamous person. I could not care less. Yulind was too much of a stream fixture to be noticed for VIP. Welcome back, MySpace Top 9. Yulind, I'm Yulinding right now. Never expected to get VIP here. I know I'll never be important enough for that. If I go by finances, Trogdor 100... Okay, here's the thing. I stopped thinking about VIP a couple months ago. Trogdor deserves it. There's 2 people that have it that helped me with a bot, like, 20 months ago. And one of them I haven't seen in, like, a year. The other one shows up every now and then. They probably shouldn't have VIP. I've literally just turned my brain off with VIP. 4 months seems rather arbitrary. Can you make it 6 so it's half a year? No, it's 4 so it's a third of a year. I'm working from home, yes. Physiology tricks, huh? The game makes it easy, I get it. Uh-huh. I meant psychology. We also downsize, and I technically am on the other side of it. Jeremy is also working from. It is. But there's there's hobby streaming and there's job streaming. And everybody starts as hobby streaming. And eventually people move to job streaming. I am technically job streaming. But I very much do everything I can to make it feel like hobby streaming. I don't disagree. Streaming is a real job. It is working from home. But, there's context to it. My side got absorbed and doesn't actually exist anymore. Oh. What does VIP even mean? Shit, what does it stand for? I know what MVP stands for. Very important person? I feel like that's wrong. No, I don't. What the fuck? Need you to get CC like Aiko. Closed captions? I thought closed captions were default. I thought it was an option in the bottom right. I know he has the closed captions bot. I didn't add it because I thought it was just default in Twitch at this point. You get rate limited less, so it can like chat in emote only mode. Less automodding, but it's literally nothing. Oh, sick. Very important player person, yeah. Hello. They're not wrong, actually. It does mean that? Okay. Very important person is VIP. No. Villain in progress. Very incredible person. He uses an extension or something. I know he uses the extension, but he also just has it through Twitch. So he has 2 closed caption things, and it pushes my buttons because his extension always turns on automatically, and I turn it off every time. He has the CC right over as a VTuber, so you can't see him at all. Oh yeah, this stream doesn't have CC. Why does Yuli hate accessibility? Very important, Yulind. Okay. You need to enable CC and OBS to get them on Twitch. I just at work and really can put my PC headphones on since work from home. Yeah. Also, I love proving people wrong when someone says get a job. I just love telling those kind of people that streaming is a job. It's multiple jobs, actually. I don't disagree. And, like, you look at the highest levels of Twitch, they're earning fucking huge money. Kai Cenat recently did a subathon where he got 1 million subs. Subs alone are providing 3 million a month to him at that number. That's an insane. And to call that not a job is very, very wrong. For the vast majority of Twitch, they're not earning 5 to 10 million a month. For the vast majority of streamers, you know, it is 0 earnings a month. Maybe some payout every 2 to 3 months, but overall, nothing. And you could call that fulfilling. You could call that, you know, something to put their energy into that completes them. I feel like you'd be hard-pressed to call that a job. Even if you treat it like one. There is a level of reality of you do have to look at the earnings. In that regard, by that extension, you could go harsh with me. You could say this isn't a job because I'm not earning enough to support myself. I live in my parents' basement. And I pay rent, but it's very cheap rent for what I have. So much of being a rock star is a job? Yeah. Motherfucker got so many subs. You got a Twitch global emote? Yeah. Yeah. We come live in your parents' basement too? People will call streaming not a job. And then respect and pay into Manosphere, Financial Guru, Bitcoin, Masterclass, Grift, look into people that run those things like DDs. Holy shit, okay. I hadn't thought about that, but yeah. streaming isn't a job. Yeah, okay. Go sign up for a... What was it, like Sigmaverse camp and get sprayed with a hose for 7 hours at 9 p.m. God. That shit was so funny. How do you, like... How do you sign up for that? How do you pay for that? How do you pay $8,000 per person for that? Like, just... How do you just get scammed that hard? Being scammed out of your money? Paying to be abused now? That's so Sigma, bro. Streamers are funny to me. They have more than 2 days off on their schedule. Deeply layered insecurity, and you'd rather bury further into your conscious than confront. People are dumb, nodders. Okay. Fill out Lower Laminsa. Anchor, local, pins 3. Gotta reset that camera. Ugh. I don't know. There's just a layer of like... Did you never have that experience in school where you had like a Mewtwo card or something? Or like you had cupcakes and that guy at school was like, I will give you a Mewtwo card tomorrow if you give me a cupcake. And so you give it to him and then you never see him again and you're like, but he said he was going to give me a Mewtwo card. I gave him one of my cupcakes. Why didn't he? Where's my Mewtwo card? And you never get it. And that teaches you, like, yeah, people will fucking lie to you. Do you just never have that experience and you grow up to be like 30 years old, 28 years old, and just pay for Sigma Camp to become a super attractive alpha dog and get sprayed with a hose in your asshole for 8 hours? Is that like genuine? Ugh, I'm overthinking this. Grinder crashing. Oh god, grinder. Good job. I know Yulind has a grinder. He complained when it went down. I actually don't. I don't trust people all my life. 40 years old in your case. Fuck you. In my opinion, the victims in that hypothetical aren't the ones that seek it out. The victim in that hypothetical was me, because it was my birthday and I brought cupcakes, or somebody gave me, I think my dad or the Scoutmaster gave me cupcakes at the Boy Scouts meeting we were at. And I was like, oh boy, I have 6 cupcakes. I'm gonna give 2 to my friends and I'm gonna take the other 3 home and eat them later. I'll give 1 to my dad, so I've got 2 for later. And this guy came up and he was like, holy shit, dude. You got cupcakes? Can I have one? I was like, no, I don't fucking know you. And he was like, okay, but what if I gave you a Mewtwo card? You like Pokemon, right? I was like, dude, everybody loves Pokemon. We're like 7 years old. He would have been like 8. And he was like, okay, I'll give you a Mewtwo card tomorrow. I don't have it with me. And I was like, Mewtwo card? Okay. Yeah, sure, I'll take a Mewtwo card. That seems like I'm getting a sweet deal. You're losing a Mewtwo card for just a cupcake? Fucking bet. Absolutely. And so I gave him a cupcake. And the deal was, he was going to bring a Mewtwo card to the next scout meeting. Which would have been like a week from then. And, fair deal, right? Never saw that kid again. Never in my life did I see that kid again. And that was my lesson at 6 or 7 years old of, oh, you need some insurance. You need some, like, some way to guarantee you're going to get your half of the trade. Never, ever, ever fucking say, I will give you this. You give me that later. Because I never got that Mewtwo card, but I was out of fucking cupcake. I got scammed 20 bucks once because the guy said he was super poor and he made a super sad story that I believed. Pet the you. Just a bunch of men hosing each other down with water. I don't know. I kind of get why people pay for that. I was 13 years old. Blah. My God, this guy was an Eagle Scout. I was not an Eagle Scout. I was like 7. You do not get Eagle at 7. What was I? What were the first few ranks of Boy Scouts? I only got to like the second or third one. We flip this tracker around. We flip our legs around. Today's Tuesday, right? No, that's one hell. But quitting the Boy Scouts for a cupcake? I don't know if he quit. Here's the thing. This wasn't like the Boy Scout meeting that was like just your little troop of 10. This was like a Boy Scout meeting that was like, here's the 200 Boy Scouts of the city. He might have just, hid in the crowd. He might have like seen me and been like, there's that fucking idiot I stole the cupcake from. Right? It was very much a big assembly. I don't know if he quit. He might have. He absolutely might have. I never saw him again. Did you sell peanuts? I think I sold popcorn. I do not remember anything else of the 1 year I was in Boy Scouts when I was 7. I remember being a Tiger Scout. I don't think I made it to Tiger. I got to Tiger in a year? Maybe I don't think I was in the Boy Scouts for that long. I think it was less than a year for me, but... Change our trackers. We did not change our outfit. Normally I would change this off screen. I don't fucking care. I'm just gonna change it. Take this off. This and this. There. Will Yulind take it all off? You know I can't do that. I could take it all off on this avatar, but not yet. Avatars changed, trackers changed. I think we went 5.9 miles? Ugh. Here's my thing. 5.9. Now we rest. Done. I take this. I close that. I open this. Uh-oh. This person is not having trouble with the stream. No, we open this one. Oh, where'd he go? Which, I swear to God, it keeps moving Koyo around on my stream, and so it's like he's at the top, he's at the bottom, he's at the top, and it's like, dude, I just want to click on this stream. Give me my channel points. Oh, I just remembered, I'm gonna send you something. Yes, it's more art, but I think you might like it, you. Oh, I'm always down for fucking art, Archangel. I'm always down for that. Anchor. Local. Worlds. Chatting. We have nobody with us right now. That means we can go to a really small and compact world. I think I know just the one. Friends. Drop portal. Music. That's going all the way down. Pins 3. We're going to Cuddle Me. He's still stretching. Shut the fuck up, Noodles. We just walked 5.9. It's in the title. It's in the title, Noodles. Gotta go. Enjoy the stream. Have a good one, everyone. Bye, Alex. Have a good one. I wasn't sure what was going to happen with my shirt there. If it was going to just turn off and show me shirtless for a moment. Which would be kind of bad if it did. I need a drink. Is this guy still stretching? No! We've done our whole walk. Leave. I can't read. Well, fucking get in VR so I can give you a personal reading. No, personal lesson reading. Fuck. Nailed it. Ugh. Ugh. Is the video player dead in this world? It sure is. Here's the video. Either way. Video error retrying. Okay. You know what that means. Not loud. There. I like that volume. Ugh. N1. Blind. World. Where am I? Oh, I'm over here. Well, I'm like really far. Okay. I'm gonna turn that off. Ugh. I'm happy with that. I'm almost ready, guys. I'm almost set up. You know what that means? Fish? No. You guys know Yulind is in DRG. Colossal bottom. Anyway, I'm gonna strangle you. I'm actually gonna strangle you, Noodle. You know what, Noodles? You're behind on quota. When is the next time you get on VR chat and I get a nap with you? Because it's been a while. Been a while, Noodle. And I want that. At this point, the only stretching being done is in bed. Wink. What the heck? If I had the space, I would drop the money on VR for you. You don't need too much space. You don't sound tired at all. That's because I'm still streaming. The moment stream ends, my energy is going to go from here down to here. I crash pretty fast. I don't crash as fast as Cairo does, but unless somebody's like actively talking to me about something like Legend of Zelda or Monster Hunter or World of Warcraft, I'll fall asleep once I lay down within 10 to 20 minutes. Mean from the walking? That's because I'm streaming Trogdor. I'm still like pushing my energy forward. I'm not winded like I have been. Like incline is so different, Trogdor. Like walking without incline, it's good exercise, right? Walking with incline is just fucking... It's so... not exponentially, multiplicatively harder. I had other news stories I didn't talk about. Scientists in China have invented bone glue. It's just bone glue. Doesn't require surgery. Doesn't require metal plates. It's literally just, oh, you broke your bone? We're going to, like, stick a needle in, glue the bone back together. And it's done. Problem solved. Is it made of horse? I don't know what it's made of. But it's fucking miraculous and cool. And everybody's like, this is the best shit ever. Another medicine problem. I saw this father who was so fucking cute. He needed his daughter, who's like 3 years old, to take some bitter medicine, right? And so instead of just putting it in a cup and giving it to her because she's gonna taste it and be like, oh, that sucks, he made a game out of it. So he makes a drink that looks like the medicine, right? It's the same color. It's like apple juice or something. And he puts it on the table. He and his daughter are sitting there. And it's like, okay, let's play a game, daughter. The moment you hear the bell, try to drink the cup. And the first one to drink it wins. And so he's sitting there just like, oh. And this little 3-year-old girl's like, oh, I don't hear the bell yet. Bell goes off and he just grabs it. He just grabs it, you know, as an adult would, that's so fast and knows it's gonna happen. And just chugs it. And he's like, woo! And the daughter's like, oh, and he's like, let's go again. And the daughter's like, okay. So they do it a second time, and again, he just grabs it really fast, chugs it, and he's like, I win. And the daughter's like, I want to win one, right? They do it a third time. He just doesn't go for it. And like, the daughter, this one's just straight up just like medicine. The daughter grabs it, and she's like, I win! Glug, 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 and drinks it, and the dad's like, you won! It's just like, holy shit. When you see somebody like a doctor or a parent just absolutely outsmart the fuck out of their small child, it's just like, I enjoy this. I enjoy watching this video and this child just like, who could have made just a simple task so fucking tedious and obnoxious. Nope. Parents just smarted them. I fucking love seeing that shit. My last story was, there's some family drama. Not with my family. With the, Kentucky Fried Chicken family. So specifically, Colonel Sanders has a great-great-nephew. No, great-great-great-nephew. And this guy, the legacy, the Colonel Sanders legacy is important to him. And he doesn't like what KFC has been doing the past 10 years. Specifically, he's very upset that they've been sexualizing his great-great-great-grandfather. They don't like things like, you know, the KFC dating sim. And so he has basically threatened KFC with lawsuits. And they've basically said, nope, we don't care. We own the Colonel Sanders brand. We can do whatever the fuck we want with him. There was nothing in the original, you know, copyright that says we can't do this. And so the nephew is like, there's a KFC dating sim? Yes, there is. The nephew has just been like, all right, you want to go to war? Let's go to war. Hey, everybody on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Here's the recipe for the secret sauce from KFC. I know this because I'm a family member. You know, I know the secret recipe. Try it with your own stuff. And so it's literally just, he's leaked the secret spice mix because they were sexualizing Colonel Sanders. What? You see this as like a fucking article title, and it's just like, that's not what I would expect. That is the last thing I was fucking expecting to read. Great-great-great-nephew of Colonel Sanders leaks the secret spice mix because they were sexualizing Colonel Sanders. That is a fucking wild one. Could it be a marketing ploy? It could be, but I don't think they'd want their secret recipe leaked. Too many spices for you anyway. I think it was 13. I think there was 13 spices in it total. Obviously, I'm not gonna fucking eat it. It was a fun article to read for sure. Wow, you don't like KFC? Correct. I don't like most fast food places. Because their actual secret sauce is the pressure fryers. The other places can't afford it the scale they can. Good lord. That was all of my news. Monster and Wilds Omega. Dad tricks toddler into taking medicine. Scientists in China bone glue. Colonel Sanders' nephew. And Trump sharing the weird AI video of the fucking magic beds. Did we fully talk about that? I think we just went on a tangent about how stupid Trump is. He shared an AI video of like QAnon magic beds and like was like, this technology is incredible, it's amazing, it's why America's #1. And he's like, this isn't real, dumbass. And he's like, oh. And he took it down and just deleted the video. Let me order you McDonald's. Baby. To be fair, even when he was alive, Sanders disliked KFC's lowering standards and was known to stop at franchises, try the chicken, and go behind the counter to teach the staff how to make it properly. I mean, that just sounds like a cool owner, but... What is that? Howdy? Eek. They're a little different. Wait, is that the same emote? That's gloomy and slumping. I thought those were the same emote from them, but now I'm looking closer and I'm like, wait, they're not the same at all. They're very different. Yeah, that's why I had to check. I looked at them initially and I was like, oh, one of them's just a washed out version of the other. Hi, Yasu. Salt, paprika, pepper, basic herbs equals secret. It's the combination and ratios of them. I just noticed those. I have a lot of emotes. Today's plans. I'm probably gonna play more Monster Hunter. Maybe on my own, maybe with Cairo. We'll see what he does. We might play more Final Fantasy story today. Cairo's been going through it. Cairo's been going through some IRL just bullshit, and so we'll see what he wants to do later. If he does Final Fantasy, we're there. If he does Monster Hunter, we're there. Hi, Lunny. If he does no stream, probably just be hanging out. He'll probably want to play fucking Dungeon Quest. I need to do throne stuff. Could record a video. I could do Swamp of Sorrows today. I'm gonna try and do Swamp of Sorrows today. And then yeah, throne stuff, Swamp of Sorrows is my goal. Other than that, I think that's all my plans. Hang on. Somebody... Wait, what? Okay. I don't know what's going on with Proxy Stream. I had it open earlier, and then it looked like it was down, so I changed it, but now I see that he's live. But his duration says that he's been live for 1 hour and 50 minutes. I'm like, wait, what? Why did it look like it was down earlier? What the fuck?
I'm thinking of going there. But I do want to do the checks real quick. Please don't film throne stuff. This is a joke about toilets, sometimes being euphemistically called thrones. I wasn't gonna do... I was going to film Swamp of Sorrows. I was going to add stuff to throne. Or throne stuff. I swore. Oh wait, actually, I've kind of already named Proxy, but I never get to raid Kuro. We already named Proxy, and Proxy's dealing with that frustration thing, so I wanna give him a little treat. You made this community? Huh? The insinuation is lost on me. Question for Yulind. Did I get Oculus 2 or 3? 3. There's not really any reason to get a 2 over a 3 unless you can get one for, like, literal free. The price difference I don't think is that much. With the throne joke thingy? I see what you... Oh, we're going to Proxy. We're gonna go to Proxy. Where am I putting this? Who's asked, but if you can get a super cheap, yeah. Be aware they can randomly brick. Okay, I'm back just in time. You are! We're about to go to Proxy, Octal. Ugh. Do I have this on world or local? Anchor, I have it on world. Socials, thank you. I only have fish on. Needs to be more. Turn sharks on. Guppy fish. Fuck is an anomaly? Oh. Those are weird. Anyway. What? Ugh. Ugh. I mod for cat girls. Oh, I like this world. I used to use this as my homeworld. I like the fireworks on the roof once you go up the ladder. I'm 90% sure this is the world. There is... What is the name of this world? It is a very popular... You will always see like 300 people here. It is called Cuddle Me. The prefab has been sold. And there are like 5 to 10 different clones of it. It's a very loved world. I'll miss you. Just get on in desktop. Flash raid. Proxy 0. Yeah, Cuddle Me. I've done New Year's on the roof a few years. Hell yeah. Bye-bye, Eepland. We are gonna see what Cairo's doing later. Whatever he's doing, we're gonna be hanging out with him. We did 5.9 miles today. Thank you everybody for keeping me company. Yeah. I love you. Bye.